distracting, I think.
We're on.
Hello, everybody. Hello, John
everyone.
Testers.
Great to be with you for this Indian Wells final. What a cracker we have. World number 1, Aryna Sabalenka, is taking on the new world number 2, Elena Rybakina, in another big match, a repeat of the Australian Open final between the best 2 players currently on the tour. It potentially could be an absolute cracker, as Aryna Sabalenka will be desperate for revenge after losing the last 2 big finals to Rybakina. In fact, earlier this week, after the last match, she says she's done with losing in finals.
I bet she is. Goodness me. So today we are here largely to test our software, which you can see down there. We've got a scoreboard, which is new for us. And we haven't done this before. And so what we thought we'd do was record a match which our fan base, Mabu hi to them, is not usually particularly interested in, but and also it's in the Philippines, they're fast asleep. So the chances are there won't be very many of us. It'll be an intimate group, but that'll be nice. And we see that there are 4 of you. So hello, lovely to see you all. Thank you for coming. Pop a comment in the comments. Tell us where you're viewing from, and ask any questions you like, and tell us if you can hear us, if you can't hear us, because we're trying out some new tech here. This is a bit of a test, but lovely to see you.
Yes, so with only about 5 minutes before the players come out onto court, I'll do a quick sort of background on what we can expect tonight. So, as I said, these 2 players met at the end of last season in the WTA Tour Finals. That was indoors in Riyadh, and Rybakina won in straight sets. And then, as we now know, Rybakina won the first Grand Slam of the season in Australia, beating Sabalenka in a really close final, 6-4 in the deciding set. And Sabalenka led 3-love in that final set. But for whatever reason, psychologically, she lost it towards the end of that match. Rybakina won 5 games in a row and closed out the match with her trademark first serve, which is the best serve on tour. She's landing over 70%. Sorry, when she lands her first serve, she's winning over 75% of those points, and that is exceptional. It leads the stats, and really got to look out for her first serve. In the Australian Open final, she really targeted Sabalenka's backhand. And there's some incredible stats from that final. So when she made her first serve, the 13 first serves she made on the juice court, she won 12 of those 13 points, all on the backhand side. And when she aimed the first serve to the backhand corner on the ad court, she won 14 of the 18 first serves points that she landed in. Will she use the same tactic with her first serve? Basically, she was going for big first serves at the Sabalenka backhand. But Indian Wells is a much slower surface. So Sabalenka will be ready for that, and she'll get a lot more time in comparison with the Australian Open final. It's all relative, but she'll get more time to get her returns into court. So I suspect that Sabalenka will have the advantage today in terms of the conditions. This match is being played at 11 o'clock local time. Sabalenka has played every single match at 11 o'clock.
Well, do you think that's a great big coincidence, Dan, or do you think there's something going on there? Because Ayala played hers all at like 1 a.m. or very late, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. Obviously, the biggest names, then the ear of the tournament officers and the match schedulers.
Is it really like that? Do they do that? Don't
Well,
pull it out of a
they
hat.
try. They put pressure on.
course they
It's
do,
up to
of course they
the.
do. Well, the room's filling up. I can see the numbers going up. Where are you all coming from? Where are you all sitting right now? Are you in your armchairs having a nice cool beer at the end of the day? Or did you get up in the middle of the night because you want to watch this big match and you're in Asia? Oh, we can see the screen now.
Yeah, they're ready behind the scenes, waiting to be introduced. Katie's very good on the fashion, so you can maybe talk us through Yonex's kit, as Elena Rybakina is about to be the first to come on court.
I feel a bit bad because last time Rybakina at the AO, Rybakina won, and she was everything about her was absolutely brilliant, except for these kind of terrible fashion. It was laundry looks. It was just awful what she was wearing. And I wasn't the only one thought it. The whole of Twitter sphere went a bit bonkers for it. Oh, she'd come on with flowers. That's lovely. She's got a big bunch of flowers, maybe because it's Mother's Day. That's rather lovely. And happy Mother's Day, actually. Well done. Happy Mother's Day to all of you out there. And here she comes. Sabalenka's coming on. She's been given flowers by the ball girl, by the ball kid, as they say. And she's in a lovely pink dress. And Rybakina is
Nike outfit for Sabalenka.
Yeah, it's the same one she wore in her last match.
Yeah, she's worn it all tournament, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Very hot conditions, even though it's in the morning. I think we're in the early to mid 30 degrees Celsius. And that's going to get hotter as the day goes on. So
quite a busy. Well, look, we've seen shots of the crowd now. Quite a busy crowd, but not packed. Not packed. If there's a Royal Box, is that a Royal Box they have? No, they don't have a Royal Box. They're in America.
It's a big stadium. Lots of fans are in. There are empty seats, but obviously it's a day of two singles finals. So the women first, followed by the men, and with big names right through the finals day, then I'm sure it'll be packed quite soon.
And the way the tickets go at Indian Wells, you buy a day ticket or a night ticket. And so sometimes it's difficult to know which ticket to get. But this time it's probably quite easy because you're going to get both the finals on the day ticket. This one first, which maybe is why it does look a little bit. I'm surprised it's not jam-packed, but it's not. WTA tennis as a global sport is definitely on the rise, and which is obviously why we love it. We only do WTA tennis, the women's tennis. But later on, after this match, which will be just 3 sets, best of 3, then the men's will come on and do their final, which probably will be jam-packed because currently it is still the more popular sport, isn't it? Oh dear, she has got her dresses a bit. It's not as bad as the one at Indian Wells, but you're next. Come on.
You mean Melbourne? Not as bad as the one you saw in Australia.
You're right, AO. They're having a nice photograph.
They're doing photos with the dignitaries. There's a couple of invited guests and a young boy who's obviously going to do the actual toss of the coin.
Lovely.
Where we will find out who's going to serve first. I expect whoever wins the toss will serve first.
Now, don't be shy. There's 5 of you there. I don't know who you are. Pop a comment on, even if it's one of my kids on a train on the way back to London after saying goodbye. Hello, Aidan. If it is. Oh, they've certainly a few of them have just gone. That's him going, can you see me?
So perfect conditions for what is claimed to be the 5th biggest event on tour in the season. After the 4 Grand Slam finals, this is the final that everyone wants to play in. And it's no surprise the best 2 players at the moment and over the last six months on tour have reached the final. And without losing a set, Aryna Sabalenka is in yet another final. This time last year, she reached the final and lost to Mira Andreeva in the final. But as I've said, revenge will be on her mind because it's Rybakina's scalp that she wants. Their current head-to-head, including exhibitions, is 9-8 Sabalenka edges. But if you remove the exhibition sort of match, the WTA will say their head-to-head record is 8 each. But as I've said, Rybakina's got the better of the last 2 big finals. And she also beat Sabalenka in 2023 in this very stadium in the final there. So lots to look forward to. This match is going to really depend on who serves best. And if you look at the stats throughout this tournament, Sabalenka's got the edge. Rybakina's stats, especially getting her first serve in, have ranged from the mid-50s up to 70%. But if she's not close to or around 70%, I think she's going to be vulnerable to Sabalenka's return game today. Sabalenka has been much more consistent on her first serve. The closest match Sabalenka had was against Mboko in the fourth round, and that was a very close two-set match, 7-6, 6-4. But whenever it got really close, Sabalenka's experience and shot making under pressure came to the fore. She really does take advantage of the thin air. And even though the court surface, the ball, when it hits the court surface, is very slow for a hard court, the ball is hard to control. It's going through the air very quickly. So that sounds a little bit sort of one working in one direction and the surface in the other, but it is slow conditions. But these two have the power to hit winners despite that. In terms of Rybakina's route to the final, she's played more tennis this season, and she's been to the Middle East. Sabalenka had the whole of February off. So that could also be a factor. This is Sabalenka's only her third event of the season, whereas Rybakina played twice in the Middle East, and she's had a couple of defeats since the Australian Open final. She started this event with quite a slow start. She lost the first set to Hailey Baptiste, a good, solid professional, ranked in or around the top 50 in the world, but not by any means a great player, especially on this surface. And it took a set and a half for Rybakina to sort of get warmed up. And that match went to 3 sets, but she did finally come through it. And since then, she's improved, beating Marta Kostyuk in straight sets and Jessica Pegula in the semi-final. Despite being 4-1 down in the second set, she came through that in straight sets. So both these players are probably playing their best tennis as we reach the conclusion of this event. So they've both peaked, but I would think Sabalenka, I'm going to stick my neck out, is going to win tonight, and she might even do that in straight sets. So we're just going to confirm, as I've been rattling on, who won the toss, which was Elena Rybakina. So Rybakina is going to start this match.
So then you've got your software sorted and you can make sure that Rybakina's serve there. Good.
Yes.
This is just a really cool
Very
test.
good. It's working, Katie.
I like that. Make sure the tech works. It's important because very annoying for the crowd.
I'm kind of backing the favourite. The computer says, the win predictor says that Sabalenka's a 58% chance of winning this and Rybakina only a 42% chance.
Okay, I'm going to go then just because it makes it more fun. I'm going to go with Rybakina's going to win. You're saying Sabalenka.
Okay, so whoever wins cooks the evening meal tonight?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You're on.
Yeah, lots to look forward to.
Whoever wins or whoever loses?
Well, whoever's player wins celebrates by cooking the meal. No. Celebrates by having the meal cooked for them.
Okay, right. Loser cooks.
Okay.
There's a lot of people in the room. So lovely to see you.
Yeah, we're waiting for some comments.
Pop a comment on. Usually our comments is like I'm spending all evening, day, whenever it is, tapping away.
So here we go. The crowd settles down. First point, Rybakina from the far end. Looking forward to this match. Let's see how many aces we have. Possibly over 10 between them, certainly. First serve landed by Rybakina. Nothing Sabalenka could do with that. Hard to control the return. It flew out beyond the baseline. 15 love. We're going to see a lot of this.
Works.
First serve directed to her backhand. Watch. Second point. First serve again to the backhand. Sabalenka returns it. This time makes Rybakina play, and she sent her forehand.
You're a bit tardy on that scoreboard, mister.
Beyond the baseline. So both players settling down. First game, 1 point each, 15 all, as Rybakina serving again, targeting Sabalenka's backhand. I might say that quite a lot tonight. If we repeat the Australian Open's tactic, this time she misses her first serve. It was aimed down the middle, but she missed it. Second serve. And she lands her second serve. Sabalenka goes long, still trying to find her range on return. I always say a professional's good miss is over the net and long. You do not want to be making returns into the net. And so far, she's slightly going long with her returns. And there's another long return.
If anyone is watching on a mobile phone, can you tell me whether you can see the whole screen or whether you can just get the middle and therefore you can't see the score?
40-15 to Rybakina. She's landed 3 out of 4 first serves, and that is proving dominant in this opening game. And there's her 4th first serve onto the backhand. That's the first game to Elena Rybakina on serve as they change ends.
That's my girl.
There will be a lot of holding serve, Katie.
It's like I'm going to have my dinner made for me.
It's the shot that's separating these two from the rest of the tour in many respects. Rybakina's first serve is exceptional, and as I've said, is the reason why she leads the stats on serve. But Sabalenka has an incredibly effective second serve, so she backs up her first serve better than anyone else. She has both pace, accuracy, and kick on her second serve, and that she uses to very good effect. So it's her turn to serve, serving from the far end, love 1. She makes her first serve. Rybakina returns.
That was a great serve.
Into the net.
It
will take them a game or two to get adjusted to the pace. They won't have faced each other's serve since the Australian Open final. So they'll be getting used to the pace of each other's serve again.
That ball toss is very high.
But as with Rybakina's service game, Sabalenka's landing her first serve, 2 out of 2, 30 love.
That went long. Rybakina took it back all the way long, didn't she?
Reminiscent of the late 80s and early 90s of Wimbledon, when players were dominant on serve. But on this surface, rallies will start to flow. And here we have the first extended rally as they go backhand to backhand, cross-court. Biggest margin of error going cross-court, the furthest distance to travel. Sabalenka out-rallying Rybakina there, forcing the mistake after about a 10-shot rally. 40 love
by Rybakina.
Sabalenka about to hold serve here for them each to win their opening service game. And she serves and goes for a big ace, this time long.
They never predict it on the, you know the ones on the telly. They never actually say this is about to happen, just in case it doesn't.
Have I said it?
You're very confident, yes.
What do they say?
About to hold serve.
Oh yes, about to hold serve. She will hold serve. Rybakina's gone long. We're at 1 game all. Early stages, both feeling each other out with excellent serving.
Yeah. I like the colour of the court. You've got a deep purple court surrounded by the green, nice Wimbledon colours. And you can see the ball. It's very bright.
Big shout out to the WTA. They should standardise hard court colours, I think.
Well, if you say so, they must.
Because the viewing public would certainly appreciate it. Rybakina serving 1-all, goes slightly long with her first serve.
But it's nice when you can see from the photo which event they're at.
And it makes spotting whether the ball is in or out from our dodgy eyes. This time a good second serve. Sabalenka into the point though. They're both rallying, forehand cross court. And Rybakina hits a very clean forehand cross court. And Sabalenka a bit slow. She was slightly wrong-footed there. First point to Rybakina. We're looking at some celebrities, I think, in the audience, but I didn't recognise.
If we were Hello Magazine readers, we'd know who that was. It was a lady. She was very pretty.
Rybakina serving 15 love. Unlucky as the top hits the top of the net and the ball exaggerated after that moves, flies further out of court. Second serve. Big kick. Sabalenka runs round her backhand. She knows it's coming to her backhand, but unfortunately, from her point of view, couldn't control it. And it looks a bit of a big wide there. And she sort of smirks and says, yeah, okay, well, that's my one that has gone astray. I won't be doing that again. 30 love. First serve, unreturned. Another dominant service game so far from your
My girl.
chosen player.
Absolutely. Sorry about that. You can hear all the blinds going down in our house, which is automatic at near dusk.
Serving 40 love. A repeat. Hits the top of the net and flies out. That's a repeat of the last time she served to the advantage box. But this time, second serve, 40 love up. Sabalenka with the backhand return. Rybakina goes for a big forehand down the line. No surprise, trying to win the game quickly, but goes long with her forehand down the line. Players, you will see that when they are well ahead in a game, they will sometimes go for a more aggressive shot because they know they have the comfort of 2 or 3 point lead. 40-15, serving from the near end, just missing down the T being the centre service line. She's just missed. 40-15, second serve. Big kick, Sabalenka on top of it, starting to find her range on return. This time we're into an extended rally. Cross-court forehand, down the line from Sabalenka, back down the middle from Rybakina again, catching Sabalenka slightly out of position to win their third game and lead 2-1, holding her serve for the second time. But that was the second time in that game where Rybakina chose to go down the middle, and Sabalenka was already moving across to cover the cross court, which would be the normal direction of play. It's a slight tactical change, I feel, there. Rybakina employing a shot down the middle of the court, and what that does is it removes the angle. It makes it harder for a player to return a ground stroke with angle, and so that was quite interesting. Sometimes you'll hear people talk about the serve into the body. Well, that was a couple of examples where the ground stroke was hit into Sabalenka's body, and all her footwork was all out of sync, and she couldn't get into the right position, and that won Rybakina 2 points. But at the moment, we're heading to a tiebreak, although that's quite early in the first set to be calling that, but they're both serving very well.
And thanks for our new subscribers, and welcome to our new viewers, guests, fan club, I don't know. But it's lovely to see you all. And I know that Hanny wants the link. I don't know what link they want. So pop it in the comments and I'll send it. And yes, Meg Matt has told us that you can see the scoreboard and you can hear us. So we've done our technical test, and
That's great.
you. Thank you very much for letting us know.
Sabalenka's serving then, back from their changeover break. 1-2, goes for a big first serve across the box to
scoring.
Rybakina. The first point hasn't over.
Oh.
I don't know why you're pushing me to press the button. We're not. we're on to a second serve. Sabalenka missing a first serve. Katie trying to distract me there. This time makes a second serve. Good return from Rybakina. Goes down the line. Clean winner from Rybakina. She's looking very steely determined. And Sabalenka's going to have to up her game a little bit here. She will not want Rybakina to get ahead, which is exactly what happened in the Australian Open final. Rybakina got the first break of serve, and that really stood her in good stead, really. So Sabalenka will want to stay level, and there's no better way of doing that than hitting the first ace of the match. 15-all, first serve landed right down the middle, catching the line for an ace. 15-all, Sabalenka serving. First serve, this time goes cross-court again. She makes it, but misses her second shot of the rally. Rybakina was ready for her forehand return, gave Sabalenka very little time, and she couldn't get into position and put her backhand into the net. So 15-30 chance here for Rybakina in this game. Sabalenka serving, misses down the tee. So we have
Quite a little way
second
off.
serve. Rybakina will be looking to be aggressive on this return to see if she can force 2 break points. 15-30, second serve, Sabalenka. With the big kick serve to Rybakina's backhand. Can't control it, 30-all. That's a very, very predictable play from Sabalenka, but she's very good at it. As I mentioned earlier, she's got one of the best second serves in the women's game, and she deploys it very well, especially on the ad court, where she can really get the kick up and high on, above shoulder height on Rybakina's backhand. She couldn't control it, 30-all, as Sabalenka serves her second ace of the game and the match, serving her way out of trouble. First, a very good second serve, and now followed up by a second ace. 2 aces in this game.
Coming thick and fast, aren't they?
Yeah, the 2 points that have got beyond the serve, Rybakina's won. But the 3 serves that have not been returned have won. Sabalenka, the 3 points.
Very tight angle on
give
that.
her the game point. She misses her first serve just. Let's see how high this kick serve gets up on Rybakina's backhand, or will she be able to run round it? Goes for the kick. Rybakina goes deeper into court, makes Sabalenka play it, and Sabalenka is wild with her forehand. The game goes to juice.
And
that was interesting, though.
Go on, you. Yeah.
Interesting from a return position. So we've been watching Alexandra Ayala stand inside the baseline to return. That means you get less time as a returner, but if you make the return, you really put pressure on the server. Rybakina is standing 3 or 4 yards behind the baseline to receive Sabalenka's serve, even a second serve, which gives her more time to get the ball back. And at the moment, that's paying off. She's making Sabalenka play. We're at juice. Sabalenka's missed her first serve. This is the second serve to the juice court. It's a good second serve. Rybakina gets it back. We're into a rally. Forehand to forehand, cross court. Sabalenka going for a big forehand down the line and pulls it off. That's a forced error. Rybakina could not retrieve that down the line forehand. Sabalenka has her second game point to tie the match up at 2 games all. The crowds, the empty seats are filling up. 13 minutes into this match. And I think by 11:30 their time will be full. Sabalenka first serve, game point. And there, another example of the player receiving a good first serve, can't control it. Rybakina taking a big swing, and that really is a big ask of a first serve. First serves from these 2 players will be either side of 110 miles an hour. The average tour speed for a first serve will be roughly 100 to 105 miles an hour. These 2, some of the fastest first serves on average on tour. Rybakina serving from the far end, 2 games all, going with serve, and we're into a rally. Sabalenka looking like she's starting to get her feel for the return on that point, but eventually sent her forehand long. After 3 or 4 shots each, Rybakina's 15-love. Early stages of this final. Another good first serve, but this time Sabalenka finding her range. Great return, followed up with a cross-court forehand winner. And that's what I expect. As this match extends, Sabalenka gets her timing on the return. I think her return game will be more consistent today than it was in previous finals. 15-all, Rybakina serving. First ace for Rybakina.
That was lightning fast.
Slightly caught Sabalenka off guard because she served the ace down her forehand wing. As I mentioned before the match started, in the Australian Open final, she really targeted the Sabalenka backhand, so she'll be well aware of that tactic. And there's another first serve, this time landed. Sabalenka got it back on the backhand. The rally is underway, and they're both hitting good forehands as they go cross court. before Rybakina unleashes a forehand down the line. Clean winner to give her 2 game points.
Rybakina looks
40-15.
to me mentally very positive, very confident. And by the way, she's got a pair of enormous, well, obviously they're the size of her feet, but enormous bright red trainers on. Same colour as her bright red racket.
40-15. Even though Sabalenka's made a lot more returns in this service game, Rybakina's hit some great ground strokes. But she missed her first serve there, so this is a second serve. Let's see how Sabalenka returns this one. And she goes for a big forehand winner and nets it. Bit of a pet hate of mine, missing a second serve return by putting it into the net. It's a big no-no. My coaching days are behind me, unless a family member asked me. I tend to have hung my coaching days behind me. But if I was coaching today, and I'm sure many coaches would say exactly the same, you have to make your opponent win the point off a second serve. And when you dump it into the net, it's really what we say, a Christmas present. It's a gift. So 3-2, both players are, I think, on a going day. I think this has... this is a match where it's not going to be given away. This isn't going to be won easily because one player is playing well and the other is playing poorly. They both look like they are going to be on a good, above average day. And I suspect we will trade serves maybe one or two more times. And then the business end of the set, as they say, will lead to a bit more tension, and a few more first serves may be missed as we get to the end of this first set. But at the moment, 2-3, it's still early stages. Sabalenka is now going to be serving from the far end.
Seats are filling up.
Bright blue sky, lots of sunshine, but there's no shadows at this time of day. So everything is in bright sunlight. Sabalenka serves. Great first serve. Another ace. 15-love. One of the reasons these two have fantastic serves is their height. They're the 4th and 5th tallest on tour. At 1.84 m, Rybakina is slightly taller by the 2 centimeters. Sabalenka 1.82 m. She serves just missing down the tee. So we should be used to this. Which side is her kick serve going to go to on this second serve, Katie, do you think?
I'll let the audience answer that.
It goes to the backhand, as we know, and I think she just missed with her backhand. That went long. So second serve, Rybakina took it early. She did come forward. She returned the second serve before the kick took effect, taking the ball early on the rise, and Sabalenka just went long with her backhand. So we're at 15-all, serving 2-3, Sabalenka from the far end. Good first serve, lands it this time. Into the rally, backhand to backhand. Rybakina goes to the forehand. Sabalenka responds by going down the line. Rybakina gets it back, not with much pace, with a lot of height, giving her time. And this time, Sabalenka is caught out as Rybakina hits a glorious double-handed backhand down the line. So I've mentioned why players go cross-court a lot in terms of trading from the back of the court, where they're just trying to keep the ball deep and in play, looking for an opening. And then you'll see players go down the line trying to win the point because it's the shortest distance and gives the opponent less time to get into that position. And there, Rybakina took the advantage with a great double-handed backhand to give her a very good position in this game. Sabalenka, 15-30, serving. Can she serve out her way out of the trouble? Gets a good first serve in. Great backhand. And that was long. That looked very close. We now have the first break points of this match. Sabalenka under pressure. Rybakina, 2 break points, 15-40. Sabalenka just missing on her backhand the last point. It's very difficult to see, but it was out, so it's 15-40. Big first serve, but Rybakina gets it back and takes the game. She's disgusted with herself. Elena Rybakina has the first break of serve.
That was great.
She leads 4-2. And so far, you're right, Katie.
I know I am.
Rybakina looks more composed.
Well,
She looks composed and confident. And Sabalenka being it's relative to each other. Rybakina ice cool and Sabalenka starting to show a bit of negative body language. Rybakina serving.
I saw that a while ago, that negative body language. It came in very quickly.
Rybakina, can she consolidate her break of serve? Serving 4-2. First point. She makes her second serve. Point underway. And again, her backhand down the line wins the first point. That's the third time she's hit a very aggressive double-handed backhand down the line. And the third time Sabalenka's being caught out, not really even getting close to... that time she got a racket to the ball, but it was always low into the net. 15-love. Great first serve, clean ace. Rybakina following up her break of serve with some excellent tennis. This is winning tennis. This is on her racket at the moment. Sabalenka is really just powerless at the moment. If Rybakina plays like this, then she's not going to get her racket to the ball.
Mr. Welding Electronics is like-minded with me. He thinks that he or she thinks that Rybakina's got this.
What happened there? It looked close to the line, the second serve. Sabalenka thought it might have gone long. She sort of sliced it into the net thinking it had gone out, but the call doesn't come because it's automated line calls. There was no call coming. And the point goes to Rybakina, 40-love. Very strange because Sabalenka didn't really play the point out. And Rybakina's second ace of the game, 5-2. Rybakina leads in this first set of the final. This is quite a surprise to me. Sabalenka has been rattled by Rybakina's quality.
So Mr. Welding and me, we're not surprised by that, are we? Not at all. Yeah, and we've done a poll at the moment. Will Sabalenka win was the question, because there was a yes-no answer. And we have only got 35% of people saying yes. So put your answer down if you want to make a difference to that poll. But at the moment, Rybakina is on the win. I've got dinner. Dan is making dinner for me. If
she's the queen of consistency in this opening set. Rybakina doing very little wrong. And Sabalenka is being caught out by one or two little tactical changes. So the play down the middle of the court, keeping Sabalenka honest. So the natural instinct, the movement of the player on court is sort of automatic. They hit thousands of balls, play hundreds of matches, well, hundreds of sets, tens of matches each season. And so their muscle memory is kind of inbuilt. And they naturally move, expecting the direction of the ball to follow the patterns of the game and how they tend to be played. But today, Rybakina's pattern of play is slightly different. She's going down the middle a little bit more often, and then she's catching Sabalenka out by going back behind her with this down-the-line backhand. So very interesting. Sabalenka now serving 2-5. One break of serve, though. Just one break of serve as she's trying to get back into this first set. A good opening first point from Sabalenka, who gestures with her arm, even though she won the point. Rybakina netting her fourth ground stroke of the rally there. So Sabalenka trying to pick up the speed between points. She's serving a bit quicker between points. Second point goes for the big kick. Second serve, even though it was her first serve.
That's what you're always telling them to do, isn't it?
She's sort of experimenting, but I don't think this is her being a little bit Yeah, she's not very happy. That's the first double fault of the match. Not sure what she was experimenting for there.
Composure-wise, it looks to me like there's an ocean between them. Rybakina, my girl, is very composed, very calm. Sabalenka, not so much.
15 all. Sabalenka serving. A good first serve this time. And she this
That was
time
great.
plays
Yeah.
behind Rybakina as she goes to cover the open court. Sabalenka sent the ball back behind Rybakina with a good forehand cross court, where Rybakina had come from to take the third point and lead the game 30-15. She's serving now to the ad court. First serve goes down the middle. It's a good first serve. Rybakina cannot control the return. And Sabalenka's at 40-15. She is having a laugh with herself. She's sort of shaking her head in disbelief. Something's not quite right between her and her team. Max Murney, fairly new addition, has been with her quite a while now. But there seems to be some disagreement that suggests that what the player was expecting and the sort of coaching points that had been given to her, the tactical advice, etc., has not quite followed suit. And so she seems to be saying to her team in a sort of humorous, sort of sarcastic way, you said one thing and this hasn't really unfolded like that. So she's not totally focused. Her intensity has dropped, but Rybakina now has the opportunity to serve out the first set. And she's just missed the first point. So Sabalenka, I think for the first time in this match, on Rybakina's serve, has taken the first point. So slightly more focused now. Just getting organised. Can she break back here? Or will Rybakina serve her way out of trouble? Love 15. Misses the first serve. I expect Sabalenka to make her play this return. Really try very hard. She does. Good backhand return. Forehand to forehand. Sabalenka goes very close to the line. Great shot. Then follows up with a cross-court backhand into the open space. Love 30. She's not world number one without good reason. And one of the things Sabalenka does when she is totally focused is she can hit some great
that was a
shots.
screamer.
Not once, not twice, but 3 times in a rally. She just ups the ante each time. She has that ability to raise her game within a point, not just within a game or a set,
out,
within a
very
point.
close to the line. And
The harder someone hits it to her, she tends to hit it hard back. As Katie takes over the commentary, but we're at love 30.
I thought they might want to know.
Sabalenka just goes long.
As you were chatting away.
That this is quite interesting. This is the first point in the match where Sabalenka could get the momentum back, but she needs to put pressure on Rybakina's serve and try and get to 40 first to earn herself a break point. The first opportunities goes begging as Rybakina serves 15-30. Good first serve. Sabalenka gets it back, but it was only just over the net, and Rybakina...
It wasn't controlled, was it? And then
had a relatively easy forehand, which she did plenty with, forcing a forced error off Sabalenka's racket. Is 30 all. So the key point of this set, this point, 30 all, what will Rybakina do? Will she go to the Sabalenka backhand down the middle on this serve? First serve, straight down the middle, clean ace, exactly what she did in Australia. When it's a key big point, she targets the Sabalenka backhand with her big first serve. And there was another example, clean ace, giving her set points. So from love 30, she's recovered, won 3 points in a row with good tennis from her. And now she has the opportunity to take the first set.
She's very relaxed.
Goes long with the first serve. So I expect she will also go for this big kick serve to the double-handed backhand to Sabalenka. She'll be waiting for it. She does that. Sabalenka gets a good return back. She got the point on her racket, but she misses. She goes for the open court with her double-handed backhand, and she's muttering to herself, goes wide, misses the line, and Rybakina wins the first set 6-3.
Mr. Welding and me, we're thrilled.
Very similar to the Australian Open final, where she won the first set with just one break of serve. That has repeated itself today. And for quality of tennis, quality of serving, and quality of ground strokes, her consistency deserves that first set. Winners 8, unforced errors 7, a ratio of +1 from Rybakina's racket, deservedly taking the first set. Sabalenka with only 5 winners and 12 unforced errors, a ratio of -7. And there's the difference, an 8-point difference. And that is where the first set was won. In terms of first serve percentage, Sabalenka actually got more first serves in and is in the high 60%, 68%. Rybakina down in the mid to high 50%, 56%. Her first serve was landed. But she has such a good first serve. She's winning 3/4 of the points when she gets her first serve in. And that is enough at the moment. So although Sabalenka had a real look at that service game from love 30, she failed to take another point. So lots to be played for. I do not think the second set will go quite the same way. No.
So sometimes she gets herself into a pickle, our Sabalenka, and then she can't get herself out of it mentally. Do you think she's going to sit down, reset, and come out better mentally, or do you think she's going to sit down, reset, and get herself stewed and come out worse? She's already waiting for she's already out, isn't she? She's not going to sit down.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on between her and her coaching team in the hour or two before, but something caught her off guard, and because the match didn't start as she wanted, her emotions have got the better of her, and she, a bit like we saw with Andy Murray in his career, the communication between her and her team was quite negative.
There they are, with their 8 sleep cap on.
And she needs to move on from that. She needs to focus on what she can control. A very professional term. The player just focusing on their controllables. She needs to do her part, her side of the court, do the things she does well and control those, and just concentrate on her side of the net.
And thanks to the people who are subscribing. We've got new subscribers coming in today, so that's lovely. Lovely to see you. Don't be shy. Mr. Welding is very Mr. Welding is Sulong. I think Mr. Welding is talking Tagalog to me, because we do have a lot of
Mabuhay, Mr. Welding.
Mabuhay, absolutely. We do have a lot of Filipino fans, and it's nice to see that you're also interested in watching the final, regardless of who's playing. So that's really great. Nice to see you. And thanks for coming. And thanks for sharing the channel.
So Rybakina went off court. Sabalenka stayed on court, had more communication with her coaching team, but both are back out. And the start of the second set sees Sabalenka serving, and she'll want to get off with the lead. She's serving first, so she should keep the lead in this second set. The advantage is on her racket as she serves her second serve into court. Rybakina, though, finds down the line forehand very close to the net, but I'm just waiting to see. It did hit the line. It did, and she started in the same vein, winning with a great forehand down the line. Another winner. Sabalenka, love 15. Misses with her first serve.
It was close.
It was close.
Close to an ace, but near an ace is no good. It needs to be an ace, and it wasn't.
Yeah. She needs to calm down. Second serve, love 15. Goes for a big second serve, makes it, but follows it up with a bad backhand. She drops her racket down on the floor. Not not thrown onto the floor, just dropped to the floor in disgust at her backhand, as if to say,
Oh, she's looking like she's resigned. She's sighing at us. Oh,
a bit
got
of a
my ear
scream.
things come
She's
out
got
now.
a big tiger tattoo on her
Drop
arm,
this on
and
the
she
floor.
let out a tiger-like noise there after losing that
Did she?
second point. But the third point's underway, and she's on top, hits an aggressive forehand cross-court. Rybakina can't control it. Back into this first game of the second set. I think she really needs to win this game and then sit down and gather herself, because at the moment she really can't afford to lose another service game. 15-30. Needing a first serve. Will she find it? She misses. She goes long. And this is what I mean. She really just has to do her side of the net to get this first serve into court and put the pressure on Rybakina. He keeps missing at the moment. Second serve she makes, but Rybakina's waiting for it. She serves to the double-handed backhand, and not for the first time this match. I think that's the fifth backhand straight down the line, right on top of the kick. Before it gets above waist height, she's put the ball away for a winner. 2 break points in this first game of the second set. And that was a let first serve. So this is a real opportunity for Rybakina. This match going completely one way at the moment.
Very
Much to
exciting.
Katie's.
Not going to have to make dinner. And 74% of our poll, as well as myself, think that Rybakina
Agreement with you.
is on the way to a win.
Amazing.
Yes.
Second serve. Sabalenka all over the place at the moment. And no surprise, she double faults as if...
Well, she's even laughing. She shrugged and laughed. She doesn't have the fighting spirit.
At the moment, I can't think of a better phrase. She's all over the place, being quite immature, I would say, with her body language and her facial expressions.
She is no Catapanera, is she? No. This is a giving in physicality, from what I see. But Rybakina is very composed. Oh,
Okay.
She's hitting her racket on the floor.
Okay, she's disposed of that racket. So they're at the changeover event, and Sabalenka forcefully damaged her racket on the ground, and she's just shouted an expletive over to her team.
And now she's gesticulating, and
she really is all over the place. She's lost. This is the worst I've seen from Sabalenka in quite a long time.
She's hitting her racket with her hand like
not
this.
Even at the Australian Open final was she showing this kind of body language and upset with her team. As Rybakina starts the first point of her service game, and
she's crying.
Sabalenka just, what we said, tennis players will know the phrase teeing off. She just actually unleashed shots without too much care, but actually it won the point. But that was was just uncontrollable shots. But in the end, Rybakina couldn't control a volley and it went out. Love 15, Rybakina serving 1-love up with an early break in this second set. Remember, she's won the first set as well. So if she can hold her serve for the rest of this second set, the title will be hers. A long way to go, though, at 1-love.
I don't think it's a long way to go, Mr. Welding.
Rybakina makes it, but Sabalenka's hit a good return. Can she win the point from there? Yes, she can. Well, this is a sort of McEnroe-esque way of trying to rile herself into a response on the tennis front and find her form. And from starting this game with emotion and gesticulating and screaming and shouting, she's suddenly back on it, focused. So can she keep up this momentum and intensity? Yes, good return. Forehand cross court. Excellent shot, wins the point. Sabalenka has suddenly found her game from really the brink of desperation.
It did look like that. It did look like Panalo Yan.
But we have 3 break points. These are the first break points Sabalenka's had in the entire match, and now she's got 3 in a row. This is exactly what she needed from her supporters' point of view.
Oh.
She makes the return, and Rybakina misses. Quite an easy put away. We are level at 1 game all. No breaks. That break of serve didn't last long. She hasn't consolidated her break, and we're back on serve. Sabalenka will be mightily relieved to have got right back into this set straight away. And we're back on serve, 1 game all in this second set. Quite a bizarre start to this second set, but we're 1-1. Good first serve by Sabalenka and wins the first point. She's certainly got the momentum now. She's won the last 5 points.
Mr. Darth has just arrived. Very early morning for you, Mr. Darth, Poe, in Quezon City. Must be about 3 in the morning there. Oh, into the net.
First serve missed into the net.
It is my commentary. Just tell me if you want me to commentate instead of him. I wouldn't.
Second serve. This time to the forehand. Quite a rare directional choice, and it eventually loses Sabalenka the
Very
point
close to the line, but out.
as she goes long with her serve +1 shot. Who'd be a coach at the side, hey? They've had a tirade of expletives and crosswords from Sabalenka, but at the moment she's quietened off from their point of view, and she's focused on the tennis, serving 15 all.
Down the middle.
Misses by an inch. Second serve. This time, second serve goes to the forehand again. Good return from Rybakina. Sabalenka misses. That's at least 4 or 5, the 5th time. Sabalenka has put her backhand into the net. Her margin of error she's not clearing the top of the net. She's hitting below the tape. Her margin of error is not great at the moment. She's snatching her backhand, if anything. All on again, all to do to save her serve in this third game as she serves 15-30. Rally underway. They're going forehand to forehand, and we're back in the nets this time. 30 all. I think if Sabalenka escapes this game and can sit down 2-1 ahead, she may well recover and really push on in this second set. But a lot depends on this next 2 points, and what a way to start with another ace. Oh, I've gone all wrong on this.
Oh dear, don't do break point.
No, it's not a break point. Apologies.
This is a test for us. So we're just seeing how this works. Have you got rid of it?
There we go.
No, it's gone break point again.
It's gone break point. Forget the break point. Sabalenka's game point.
It's not break. Where's my finger? There you go. It's not break point. No.
We just ignore that. I concentrate on the tennis. So she's serving game point 40-30 and goes long. We're now at deuce. We'll get rid of that.
We will work out the technology. This is the reason that we're doing this. It's a test
right
run.
now. The scoreboard's right. We were just displaying the wrong server. But,
oh, were we? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
It's just to repeat. It is Sabalenka serving. She's just served her 3rd double fault to take the game back to deuce. She'll be looking to hold serve as she serves deuce court. A good first serve. Rybakina cannot control the
goes off like a lollipop.
And we're advantage Sabalenka.
Let's see what the team think. Team poll says 74% of us think Sabalenka is still going to lose.
Sabalenka serving game point. Serve and volley comes into the net. That's a bit of a risk, and it proves to be as
Laban Rybakina.
Not since I don't know who do I know is a great female serve and volleyer. Well, Martina Navratilova was a regular serve and volleyer. Well, Sabalenka tried a serve and volley there, And on this surface, that is really food and drink to her opponent. And Rybakina duly accepted the gift. We're back to deuce. Great return. Oh, that was a fantastic return from Rybakina. And she brings up her first break point of this game. Can she break serve for the second time in this second set? She has a chance now with that fantastic forehand return. First serve landed from Sabalenka, but she was waiting for it and she sent it back with some force. Here we go then. Sabalenka missing her first serve, and now she's under real pressure. Does she go for a big second serve down the middle? Otherwise, we can expect Rybakina to be waiting for a backhand. Goes to a backhand. Rybakina doesn't quite time it. And Sabalenka will be relieved there. Rybakina didn't quite lose her footing, but she kind of slipped a little bit. Slightly wrong-footed, but she lost her grip and she couldn't. She was trying to push off to go back for the shot that Sabalenka sent, and she lost her footing. So we're back to deuce. And the break point isn't going away, is it? So that's the technical hitch. It is deuce.
That's the reason
we'll refresh
why.
it at the changeover of ends.
Will we? Okay. Settings.
Yeah. Second serve, Sabalenka to Rybakina's backhand. Good return, good forehand from Sabalenka. We're cross court now on the forehand. Clean winner from Rybakina. Wow. We're over 10 winners now on Rybakina, and she's looking very pleased with herself, and rightly so, because she's playing some outstanding tennis. The consistency of good shots is coming all from Rybakina. Sabalenka's played a handful of isolated points very well, but she's not strung enough together at the moment. Advantage, break point again for the second time for Rybakina in this game. Good first serve landed. Sabalenka, good backhand, follows up, and this time saves it with that backhand. We're back to deuce.
Not for long. Now Sabalenka got engaged this week, didn't she? Last weekend, was it?
Before this event, yes.
And she's wearing
her boyfriend proposed before the start of Indian Wells. Yeah.
She's wearing her engagement ring in this country, where on her left hand, she's wearing hers on her right, where she holds her tennis racket.
Serving at a deuce.
Into the net.
Apologies for the glitch. Our break point sign is
not a break point.
Doesn't want to disappear.
We're going to fix that. Don't worry. I will sit here with my finger going, no.
Second, so we're at deuce. Sabalenka.
Point.
Just having a little pause. Something distracted her. Little apology with her hand as she prepares to serve her second serve at deuce. Big kick to the backhand. Rybakina goes very deep, just misses the baseline. And
advantage Sabalenka.
Rybakina disappointed. She's just gone long by an inch or two. That was off a second serve. But apart from, I think, 2 occasions, every second serve that Sabalenka's sent to the Rybakina backhand. So she is expecting it, and that's why she's so disappointed to miss it as Sabalenka goes long. At the moment,
she's talking to her box.
First serve is irritating her because she keeps missing it.
Her box is kind of ignoring her.
Pressure on her as she serves the second serve, trying to get out of this game. Good return. Rybakina comes to the net, and Sabalenka sighs a big sigh of relief there as Rybakina nets quite a makeable forehand volley. So we're at 2-1 in this second set. A very eventful start to the second set.
Very eventful.
And we're just going to
you sort out the settings, and don't worry. I've called your dad. I've messaged with your dad and told him that he can join us. We were meant to be talking.
We're right in the middle of this.
We were meant to be talking to Dan's dad at 7 o'clock, but that's 2 minutes time. So I've messaged him and said, come join us and watch the match if you'd like to. Otherwise, we'll call you later. And I'm sure he will be fine. And hello, David, if you have turned up. Put something in the comments, say hello. So they're doing a pan around the crowd. They've got their yellow T-shirts on, 3 of them saying tennis between them. There's dancing, there's singing. That's fun. It's an exciting time for them. They're watching both finals. Oh, they are having fun. Let's go, Sabalenka. You're the best. Little kid holding up his board.
So for anyone in the Philippines or who has joined us, looking forward to Ayala's Miami campaign, that will kick off in a few days. The draw is out later tonight, so we'll know who Ayala faces.
We'll do a little video for you.
Sabalenka is showing it can be done because she reached the final in Indian Wells last year. So by reaching the final again this year, she's defended all those points she won last year, and she's defended them all. And I know Alex Ayala fans will be hoping that she has a deep run in Miami because she got to the semi-finals last year. So she'll be trying to emulate that and get as far again.
If anyone wants a proper explanation, deep dive explanation on WTA points and the difference it makes to players, where their rankings are and what their points are, we've put it on the list. We did a video today and Dan did a blog. I'll put the link to the blog in case you want it.
So we're at 1-2. Rybakina takes the first point on her service game with a cross-court forehand winner. I'm surprised Sabalenka hasn't picked up on that. So on the first point of Rybakina's service games, she's going back behind Sabalenka very, very often, and half the time it's been winning the point. Rybakina goes long with her first serve, serving from the near end, 15 love ahead, 1-2. Second serve to the Sabalenka backhand. It's a good second serve. Short return, Rybakina dispatches that with a cross-court backhand winner. I don't need to keep saying the score. I've been used to covering matches without the scoreboard, so
yeah, you don't need to.
I'm sorry
anymore.
if I keep
You're great, honey.
repeating the score,
You're great.
even though it's there. But as you can see, Rybakina starting her second service game much better than the last one, where she was broken to love. Third or fourth time she's struck the top of the net with her first serve, and these net cords are sending the ball off beyond the box. So she makes her second serve. Point underway. Good backhand from both players, but Sabalenka with an even better backhand cross court. 30-15.
You don't have to say that anymore because we've got the scoreboard. My son.
She settled down though. Sabalenka, I think there was about 4 games from 5-2 down in the first set where she really went walkabout in all kinds of different ways. But she's settled down now.
You say that. I don't sense she settled down. I sense she's still a little bit up in the air. I mean, her play is better, but her mentality is not.
Her expressions and her gestures have calmed down.
Yeah.
And she'll be pleased with that point because Rybakina has made a mess of a very short return, gone for the winner and sent the ball wide of the line and near closer to the doubles line. So that was a big miss, really. It should have been 40-15, but it's not. And this service game, having started so well, has now got quite edgy at 30-all. This is a big point in the context of this second set. First serve. Goes long. And she'll need to find her first serve. I see a
few of you are subscribing and liking and chatting, and thank you very much for that. It's really nice
to find her first serve a bit more, otherwise this service game will become very difficult. Good return from Sabalenka. And Rybakina goes long with the forehand. We have a break point. Our scoreboard is playing ball at this game.
Oh, it actually is a break point now. Good.
Sabalenka has a chance to get ahead in this second set. That was a bit concerning because this game was going 30 love, and then since she's missed that quite an easy forehand, we're struggling, and she's struggling again. She's missed her first serve. Second serve goes into the net. A double fault to gift the second of her service games to Sabalenka, and that's definitely a momentum shifting game. This match is heading 3 sets at the moment because Rybakina from nowhere has dropped her level, And it's coincided with Sabalenka looking more intense, more focused, and looking like the top player she is. So although these next few games won't have a huge influence on the match, because if it goes to a set-all, these are just sort of games to get back on it from Rybakina's point of view. She'll want to use these games to at least find her rhythm again on serve and on return. As Sabalenka leads 3-1, serving from the far end. First point of this service game, Rybakina hitting 2 lovely forehands, opening up the court. Nothing Sabalenka could do about that. She got a racket onto the last shot, but it was too good. Love 15.
So Mr. Darth is saying that he's interested in the finals and he can't sleep in the Philippines in the middle of the night there.
Wow.
Well, hopefully our dulcet tones will send you off to sleep again.
Love 15. Sabalenka. Can she find a first serve? Yes, she can. This time going to the forehand. And they're into the rally. Rybakina missing.
Into the net. Now, that would be an unforced error, right?
Yes. You could argue that it was a deep ground stroke, but there wasn't much pace on the shot. She should have made that. 15-all. Taking a bit more time over this. It's important for both players, as it is with any player, as a professional. The first serve's much more important in terms of giving the server the edge in any point. It's the only point where you can, the only shot that can give you the point without the opponent touching the ball. But she's missed with her first serve, and she served second serve. It's short. Rybakina returns with a good forehand. They're into the rally, forehand to forehand. Rybakina tried to change the direction by going down the line, but possibly took on the down the line shot too early in the rally, because that was quite a deep forehand from Sabalenka, and that made it difficult. And she missed 30-50.
It was courageous. Into the net.
Her service percentage this set is very low.
But she's not classy. When she does one, serves into the net, and then she's like, as if like, but I'm Sabalenka. I can't serve into the net. It's impossible. She doesn't just classily, with composure, serve another one.
Makes a second serve. Rybakina going for a big winner immediately.
And she sends it off into the crowd practically.
So I would have liked, if I'd been in Rybakina's camp, I would have liked to see her make it hard, make Sabalenka really work to get back into this match. But at the moment, this second set, she's making it easy for her. 40-15, 2 game points, another first serve missed. So overall, the standard of this second set has been poorer than the first set, especially from Rybakina's point of view. Sabalenka plays a little drop shot there. First drop shot of the match, and it wins the point. It wins the game. She now has clear water, as they say in rowing parlance.
Do they?
But in terms of the score, she has
rowing, yes.
Clear gap, 1 break of serve. Well, she's had 2 breaks of serve, but she's lost her serve as well at the beginning of the set. But an advantage of 1 break of serve is gives her a lead of 4-1 because she served first in this set.
I wonder if they say clear water in dragon boat racing as well. I'm thinking of other sports that they say that in. I don't know. Pop it in the comments if you've got any.
So what are you cooking tonight? Because it's looking like this match is swinging the other way.
I was looking forward to you cooking salmon for me.
Have you got a recipe book that we could
Oh, yes. I'm going to go and get my recipe book.
I hate to raise it because the possibility, but I'm going to send Katie off because we got given, well, I didn't. Katie got given a recipe book with some special recipes for your birthday.
I did. I'm going to show you because you guys are going to love it. All the things I got for my birthday.
Katie didn't tell you, but I'm going to tell you because it's been and gone now. But Katie had her birthday last week. She kept it quiet, but one of her sons was kind enough to give her
He
a
bought
recipe book.
me. First of all, you're going to laugh because I don't know. Bawang korek. He bought me snacks. So next time Ayala's playing, we're going to eat snacks. I have more than one. And he bought me a Filipino recipe book. So I'm going to have to flick through and you can suggest to me. I fancied making sinangag. What do you reckon, guys? Sinangag? Should I make it? And then he gave me this, which is a Filipino crossword puzzle book. But I have to know a bit more Tagalog. I know I'm getting a little bit better at it.
So the back from the
fill it
changeover of
in
ends. Back to the tennis.
Tagalog. Back to the tennis, people.
Rybakina serving 1-4. First point of this 6th game. Good return from Sabalenka. Great forehand cross-court winner, though, from Rybakina. As if that sit-down has done her the world of good. Let's see if she gets back on it and makes Sabalenka really work to win this second set.
She's on it like a car bonnet. That's what they say.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
We've just over the hour mark, so this is going to be a long match if it goes 3 sets. First serve into the net.
Dart says he's hungry now because he's seen my bawang konik. It's adobo flavour as well. I know you all like adobo because you were all eating adobo last time.
No action there other
we were
than
watching together.
A second serve that went long from Rybakina. So both served a few double faults as well as a few aces, but we're at 15 all, 1-4 serving. And that goes long off the top of the net. That's about the 6th time that's happened. She's caught the top of the net with her first serve. Second serve. This time it's a good second serve. Followed up with a good forehand, cross-court winner. Rybakina will be pleased with that shot to take the lead in this game. So they show us the replay. Rybakina finding a first serve eventually in this game to take a 40-15 lead. I was just looking up aces and to double faults, and at the moment Sabalenka's served 3 of each. Rybakina's leading with 4 aces to just 2 double faults, but similar winners to unforced errors in terms of the serving stats.
Mr. Welding Poe also getting a bit hungry after the bawang, I think. Bawang or biwang? I don't know. But it says they're export quality. Tastier
that
and
was
crunchier.
Normal service resumed, if I can use that expression, as Rybakina won that service game with very little nonsense to 15. So Sabalenka serving 4-2. This is really
Laban
an
Rybakina.
important game from her point of view to keep the advantage. I think you'd say she's looking a bit ragged on some of these shots. She's losing her balance. Yeah, Sabalenka. She misses that first serve, lost balance, but makes a second serve, rally underway, and Sabalenka goes long. That was an unforced error. Another one off her forehand side this time.
You think you might have spoken too soon about dinner, honey? I think Rybakina's still got this in the bag. And I think there's some lovely salmon in the fridge, just in case you're wondering.
Love 15. Can she find her first serve? It's been missing for a lot of this match. But right on cue,
Ace.
Her 4th ace. To tie the match up in terms of aces, 4 apiece now, 15 all. You can tell it's hot watching because they've got the towels over their head, which is like us. In Wimbledon, I had a towel over my head.
Yeah.
15 all.
Oh, way out.
That first serve was only a few inches from landing by the baseline. That's how long it was.
It was, really was.
Again, they were back and they're taking that return very deep, even though it's a second serve. And the problem with that is, although you make the return, if you're 2 or 3 yards behind the baseline, you give the court position advantage to your opponent. Sabalenka, having served that second serve, was on the baseline. Rybakina stayed deep. She made the return, but
you see, she's not composed.
It left her
She's
opponent the opportunity, which
screaming.
she took, 30-15. But Rybakina responds
Into the
with
net.
a good return, followed up by another good forehand. Sabalenka goes into the net. So it's very much 3 steps forward, 2 back, 1 step forward, 3 back. Sabalenka is all over the place, really.
Mentally,
no consistency at all.
Even when she's playing, physically playing well,
leading
she's still
in this set, even though she's leading in this set, not finding any rhythm, consistency at all. 30 all.
mentally.
She still will possibly win this set, but it's not great tennis at the moment. That's a good first serve. She plays a drop shot and dumps the drop shot.
She could have put it anywhere, and she didn't. She put it into the net.
The drop shot is occasionally the right play. This surface is slow, as I've said. A drop shot is the right play. There's nothing wrong with that tactic, but there's nothing right if it only goes halfway up the net.
Yes.
So this is a chance to get back into the set and give Katie renewed hope.
For dinner on Dan.
Let first serve. It'll be
I'm just
interesting
looking
where
through my
Sabalenka
book
goes.
now to see what he's going to cook, seeing if they have a nice piece of salmon.
Interesting to see where Sabalenka goes with this first serve. Will she direct it down the middle or to the backhand? She's hit 1 ace this game, but she needs another good first serve to get her out of trouble. As she serves, goes long, went for the backhand corner and missed.
They've got a pudding here called Hello, Hello. Hello, hello.
I think she might be trying a bit too hard. She really wants to win today, but that sort of trying too hard isn't helping her. But help there because Rybakina's second serve return caught the top of the net. To be fair to her, she went for it. It's the right play, but you never win a point when the ball hits the net, and that's what happened there. So she'll be disappointed after we get back to juice. And the score's working. The break point disappeared for us, so we're back working on that slight teething error. Good first serve from Sabalenka. Good forehand into the corner, pushing Rybakina back deep on the backhand side. She couldn't do anything with that deep shot of Sabalenka other than send it long. So I'm going to get another glass of water if she takes this point.
Get that for you, darling.
Because this is a chance for 5-2. Makes a good first serve. It goes long. Game to Sabalenka. We have an identical score in set 2 as we did in set 1, but for the other player.
The other way around. Wow, really testing out our scoreboard. It's elastic. It goes both ways. Fabulous. Right, see you in a minute. Just going to get down some more water.
So, yes. So what are they playing for today? Well, the winner will take home nearly $400,000. But for both of them, they'll be more interested in having the win over their nearest rival. So regardless of whether you're a Rybakina fan or a Sabalenka fan, these two have pulled away from the rest of the tour. For the first time in women's tennis, we've had a period of dominance from these two. They are turning up at the biggest events and they're performing and they're getting to the latter stages. Sabalenka for a long time has been reaching the finals at many of the events she plays in. But since the autumn, since October last season, Rybakina has started to do the same, reaching the finals in Ningbo, then the WTA finals, then the Australian Open, and now here in Indian Wells. 4 big finals in the space of as many months, because remember, for most of November and December, they have that time off. So really, October, January, February, March, the tennis playing months, she's reached 4 big finals as well. And these two are now having a rivalry. So this match looks like it's going to go to a third set where the winner will claim bragging rights as they set off for Miami. This Sunshine Swing has 2 big events back to back with big draws, 96, a field of 96, with the 32 seeds joining the event in round 2. So these two have already played 5 matches to get to this point. As Rybakina now serves 5-2 down, trying to save the second set. Good first serve, followed up with a good, clean forehand winner from a short return from Sabalenka's racket. As my lovely wife returns with a
hoping my
filled up
microphone
glass of water.
didn't just catch me opening up the breadsticks.
As it's surprising how dry your voice goes. Covering the match, Rybakina serving 15-love, goes wide with her first serve, trying to attack Sabalenka's backhand. That tactic works so well for her in the Australian Open final. Second serve, great second serve, finds the spot, as they say in tennis, hitting the very corner where the 2 lines meet from the sideline and the service box line, right in the corner. Perfect accuracy, giving her 30-love lead.
Breadstick, darling.
First serve goes long. I've been given some food. I'm not going to eat that. I'm in the middle of the match. We'll have to wait till the end of the set. Second serve. It's a good second serve. Sabalenka makes a good return. Good deep response from Rybakina. She's played very well. They've all got snacks.
Of course, they've all got snacks. Yeah, I'm eating olives. I'm not offering them to Dan because he doesn't like them. Absolutely delicious.
So Rybakina will be wishing she could have served this well and played this kind of service game earlier in this set. But it looks like she's going to take this game as she serves 40-love up. As soon as I say that, that's what they call the commentator's curse.
It almost looked like the ball hit the tennis racket. It just went off the frame.
Sabalenka was on top of that return. And nothing Rybakina could do about it. So 40-15. But I don't suppose this game will last much longer. As Rybakina serves this time, good first serve, followed up with a clean winner.
Laban Rybakina!
We're at 5-3, but that's exactly what happened in set 1, the other way round. So if this set is going to mirror the first set, then Sabalenka needs to hold, and then we'll be at 6-3, 3-6, 9 games each, shared, 1 set all, and we'll be into the third set. But
yes,
Sabalenka
Mr. Welding
will know that if she doesn't hold this game, then this set is back on for Rybakina. So will she have
Mr. Welding
the nerve to hold her serve to win the set? She serves, good first serve, good return though from Rybakina. We're into the point, backhand to backhand, cross court, down the line from Rybakina. Great shot. That has been the ground stroke of the match. Rybakina's double-handed backhand down the line has been the shot of the match. We know they both got impressive serves when they get them in, but once the service is out of the way, it's been double-handed backhand down the line from Rybakina, which has been the dominant shot. Love 15. Sabalenka finds another good first serve, but Rybakina's on it and forces the error. I spoke too soon.
You did. I didn't.
Sabalenka needs to find some big serves here. Otherwise, we might be heading for a closer end to the second set than I thought. Serving, love 30. Good first serve. That's the third first serve in a row she's made, and she'll be pleased that that's actually won her that point.
Into the net by Rybakina.
Rybakina's return didn't clear the net. It's not about necessarily playing your best tennis at these big moments in a set. It's about playing solid tennis. Can your opponent do anything spectacular with your best with your solid tennis, and that means making first serves. And there was another example, Sabalenka getting her first serve in and saying, over to you, and Rybakina made the mistake. 30-all. So she's taking her time, she's doing all the right things, trying to convert this game and take the set. First serve, misses just down the middle. It was a good first serve.
Close to the line.
Missed it.
The wrong side of it. She's blowing on her hand like she's, don't know, got a bit of a blister or a bit sweaty.
We're underway.
She whipped.
I think
that.
she's missed that by
She whipped it really
millimetre.
hard, but it went out.
Sabalenka going for a cross-court forehand. There was nothing wrong with it other than it was about 2 inches too wide. And it was an unforced error. She was going for the line. She missed the line. Rybakina has break point to get this second set back on serve. What a big point. What has Sabalenka got as she serves? That is exactly what Sabalenka's got. Her 5th ace.
She does this.
Serving her way out of trouble.
She's very pleased
Finding
with
the
herself.
first serve, that will really please her. She
Yeah, it
didn't
did.
have that in the first set. She's determined to win this set. Juice, first serve. Lands her first serve, follows it up with a good double-handed backhand. Rybakina, though, staying in the game, but that is the shot Rybakina has played so well. The first time Sabalenka has hit such a shot, double-handed backhand, down the line winner, outright winner. Wow.
That was a great shot.
We have set point.
And she was
This
very
to
happy
level
with
the
herself.
match. This to give us total parity.
Ours doesn't say set point.
Wow. She hadn't even got back into position. She landed her first serve, but the ball was back behind her, past her. A great return from Rybakina. Whatever you can do, I can do better, was what Rybakina was saying there as she returned.
Careful, he's going to start singing.
With a double-handed backhand of her own. Juice. Sabalenka, we've seen that serve. She misses. Down the middle.
Just the wrong side of the line.
I'm not sure I need these.
I think you do.
I can hear you. Oh.
No, it's for the microphone.
Okay.
I don't know what it's for, but they want us to use them.
That was it. That was a dub.
Ace.
Oh no. Yeah. Excuse me.
Set point again. We were discussing
That
headphones.
was worth commenting on. I thought it was wide, but actually she goes for a big second serve, Sabalenka there. It catches the line. Very close call, but it catches the line to give her a second set point. This time she goes for a safe first serve, but it does the trick where all square, 1 set all. Quite the game to hold there. Sabalenka finishing the game with a second serve ace, followed by a first serve, which forced the error. 3-6, 6-3, 1 set all. Nothing to separate these two. This has been a very interesting match. Up and down, like a yo-yo. Both players, some great tennis and then some horrendous mistakes.
There's the stats coming.
But we talked about the quality of the first set. Rybakina had a ratio of +1 winners to unforced errors. That's dropped a bit. Her winners was 11, unforced errors 13. Her ratio's dropped to -2, whereas Sabalenka has gone from -7 in the first set to just -1. 8 winners to 9 unforced errors. So her level improved. And Rybakina's did drop, which you would recognise given that Sabalenka won that set. First serve percentages, not dissimilar. Sabalenka's dropped a little bit. Rybakina stayed in the mid-50s.
I know you're the tennis pro. Obviously, you know everything about the tennis. As women looking at them, I think there is something between them. I think Sabalenka is not she's not in her right mindset. I think Rybakina is calm, composed, elegant, knows what's going on, is unflustered, where Sabalenka she's just flustered. from a non-tennis point of view, just from watching two women having a game, I've got an unhappy, aggressive in a not in a good way, and when she just seems like she's not in a good place, whereas Rybakina is calm waters. What do you think?
Yeah, the personalities. Rybakina doesn't give a lot away. Never has. Very cool on court. Win or lose. Sabalenka, you know exactly how she's feeling, and the temperament of Sabalenka has possibly cost her the odd final before.
Yeah.
But good to see both these players are staying on court. No one went off at the end of the second set, so we're straight into the third set now. Rybakina has the advantage in this final set, serving first as Sabalenka nets her first return. I'll come back to that.
Dinner's getting a bit late for us. Yeah, so we're having snacks beforehand.
So I suppose we have to ask the question, who's going to win this third set?
I'll change the poll.
Give my wonderful other half some tech support to do as this second point is underway, and Rybakina on top, but Sabalenka staying in the point and hitting a good first she hit a good defensive forehand with loop, high looping forehand that gives her time to get back into position, and then she followed up with a very acute angled forehand that forced the mistake.
I've just put in the comments the answer to the poll.
15 all in this first game of the final set.
29% of you at the reasonably beginning of the game thought that Sabalenka could win.
A good return from Sabalenka, but an even better response from Rybakina. Forehand down the line from a good return. Good to see them both playing well in this third set. It would be great if both players sustained a high level. We haven't seen that very much in this match, where both players are on their A game at the same time. But at the start of this third set, both players playing well as Rybakina serves another ace. That's 5 aces for Rybakina, and it wouldn't surprise me if she closed out this game with another ace. Serving 40-15, started this third set. This to hold her serve, and right on cue, another ace, back-to-back aces. She wins that game to 15. Goes 1-love up. She has the advantage of serving first in this third set, and she's started as she will hope to go on, especially for Rybakina fans. 2 aces, that's 6 aces each now. So I think I said that at the start, we could expect over 10 aces between them, and we're up to 12.
Rewind, everybody. Thank you very much for all your likes and subscribes. We've got more subscribers coming online every hour these days, which is lovely. Thanks for sharing the love and the great tennis community that we've got around here now.
Sabalenka's turn to serve. Just misses with her first serve. So this will be a real test for Sabalenka. By her own admission, she lost her way in the third set in the Australian Open final, having looked to have the match on her racket at 3-love up in the Australian Open final. Inexplicably, she seemed to just mentally lose all focus and disappear for 5 games, and Rybakina went from 3-love down to being 5-3 ahead, and the match was gone before Sabalenka could respond. So today I'd be looking to see if she can keep her intensity throughout this third set and stays with the match. As she's serving here, 15-love, second serve.
Oh,
Rybakina well inside the baseline to attack that second serve, but sends her forehand into the tram line, which is absolutely
really
fine. Absolutely fine in doubles, but of course we're playing singles, so it was out. Sabalenka 30 love. Good first serve. Another return into the net.
I think that's Mr. Electrician Poe, who is definitely all 3 votes now. 100% of people saying that Dan is going to be making my dinner, which means Rybakina wins. Thank you, people.
Sabalenka goes long with her first serve, helped by the top of the net, sending the ball even exaggerated further out of court. Second serve to the backhand. Rybakina.
Oh, that was she wrong-footed her, didn't she? That was
sends
very
a
good.
return back, but wrong-footed reply. One game all. Both have won their opening service games.
1 settle, 1 game all.
And yes, of these 2 players, Rybakina has the bigger fan base from the neutral. So we're all neutrals here, I think, today.
Yes.
And I've stuck my neck out. We did actually go for Rybakina, didn't we, in the Australian Open? And we watched that match from the ferry.
From the ferry, we were on a big
but
ferry in
today,
force 10 gales.
I just felt Rybakina might be vulnerable, even though
smash. Yes.
Even though I admire Sabalenka's tennis, like many people, some of her mannerisms don't go down well. But I think she's good for the game.
Yeah. She's a strong woman.
And we just want a really good third set here, where
I think also when she's on, she's the number 1, and you and I both, and I think a lot of our fan base, we're all quite keen on the
another first serve landed from Rybakina, too good for Sabalenka's racket.
We like the underdog.
Good lead in this third game, 30 love.
We do.
Yeah, no real underdog in this match.
Mr. Football, he reckons Sabalenka win. Okay.
Rybakina serving. 30 love up. Misses her first serve. Second serve is good. Good return. They're both finding their returns, but that was another blistering forehand cross-court winner. When either of these players catches their ground strokes, they're hitting it with such force, such potency that there's no time to react, let alone move into position to get to the ball. Great serve, great return. Rybakina this time couldn't control Sabalenka's return. It was a very angled return, acute angle, and Rybakina, in trying to get the ball back at a similar angle, netted. But don't think that will be too costly, as she's 40-15 up now. 2 more chances to take this third game. Goes long with her serve. Good second serve, rally underway, both going backhand to backhand. Ooh. Sabalenka this time crushing a double-handed backhand winner.
Dispatched.
That's the problem with hitting the conventional direction of trading cross-court to cross-court, because what happens is your tendency is to hit the ball into the hitting zone of your opponent. And if you do that, then they can swing freely and generate all that power and force through the shot. 40-30, point underway. Again, great forehands. And this time, Sabalenka does pull off a drop shot winner. So having thought this game was done and dusted at 40 love, we're now back at deuce. And Sabalenka censors her chance. But that was good tennis. That's a change of pace, killing the speed of the forehand from Rybakina, and then changing the angle of the racket face and coming under the ball slightly and playing with a slight slicey cut shot short. and the ball just died on the court.
Oh.
And Rybakina's first significant error of this game has led to a break point for Sabalenka. That was an unforced error. The return made Rybakina play. Sabalenka made her play the return, and it was a short mid-court ball, and Rybakina netted. I'll just comment on that. The change of ends. So, can she save this break point?
Oh.
Nets her first serve. She needs to be able to save break points with a serve, and she's missed that one. So what can she do on the second serve? Sabalenka right inside the baseline, attacks the second serve, and that wins her the game. And she lets out a yell of delight. A game that looked like Rybakina had won completely turned around. Sabalenka winning 5 points on the trot. And for those really tactically aware, sometimes with Rybakina, if you vary the height of the bounce of the ball, making a tall player play low bouncing balls and then higher bouncing balls is a good tactic. If you can vary the bounce of the ball. Now, a lot of the time on hard courts, it's quite difficult to do that because they're hitting hard and fast with topspin. But a couple of times there, Sabalenka changed it up and played a lower slicey cut shot. The ball stays low, and then Rybakina was struggling to get down to the height of the ball, sending the ball into the net instead of getting it back over the net. And that's purely down to where she's hitting the ball, and she's hitting it near her ankles, whereas players like to hit the ball, as I said, in their hitting zone, where they gain maximum force, and the height of the ball when they connect with their racket is somewhere between waist and knee height, which is the perfect position to hit your ground stroke from. Going back a generation, players were much more used to coming forward. I mentioned Martina Navratilova, and short balls were frowned upon because players would naturally use that opportunity to come into the net. But with the development of the game, the player is a sitting duck at the net these days. So the likes of Rybakina rarely like coming forward, and so it's unnatural for them. So it's good tactic if you can to occasionally make her come forward and play balls at the height, the ball height she doesn't want to play, which is a low height. Easy to say, difficult to do, but Sabalenka managed to do it in that last game and has given her the edge now, serving with a break 2-1. They're back from the changeover of ends. Can Sabalenka push on now and see her way to victory? She needs to hold serve 4 more times to do that. Good first serve, and it wins her the opening point of this 4th game. Katie's obviously getting ready to cook dinner.
Well, if I'm honest, I just put the potatoes on just in case.
Sabalenka, 2nd point. Another good first serve. Rybakina gets it back. Backhand to backhand. And not for the first time, Rybakina finds a backhand winner. But there we have again. Right in the slot.
I know she's got a good serve, but is her backhand stronger than her forehand?
Which players?
Rybakina.
A lot of the professionals, what their backhands tend to be,
into the net,
I think virtually 95% of the top 100 use a double-handed backhand. What it tends to be is more consistent and more controlled. So although the forehand side can generate really impressive winners, it tends to be more inconsistent, and it's a shot that breaks down more often than the much more reliable backhand.
Long rally.
So here we have an example of that consistency as both players traded double-handed backhands cross-court until Sabalenka found a very acute winner. Classic example of a player at the moment who's struggling with their forehand in terms of reliability and consistency is Coco Gauff.
Yes.
We hear a lot about her serve, but her forehand breaks down all the time.
Beaten by Ayala at Indian Wells.
Yeah, well on top
Although-
way before she retired.
Also did Ayala was winning before she then did retire through injury.
This is a dominant service game so far from Sabalenka, apart from one winning backhand from Rybakina. She's not been in this game. Sabalenka looking very composed now. She can sense she's on top and she's trying to stay there. This time missing her first serve.
You're all a lot more quiet in the comments than you usually are. Are you okay? All good? Hope so. Anyway,
Yeah,
say hello if you want to.
Very little between these two, as we expected, but it'll be interesting how much fight Rybakina's got as this third set progresses. She's played more tennis this season, what we call going to the well, reserve energies. Sometimes, if you've played a lot of tennis, going to that reserve well to find that bit more can become difficult. So I expect Sabalenka, as the fresher player, will possibly have more reserves as this third set develops. But we'll see. She's serving at 40-30, misses the first serve. Second serve is good. Good return from Rybakina. Good response from Sabalenka. Great forehand from Rybakina. Another really good point. Both players giving as good as they got there, but Rybakina finding the first big strike
I have to tell
into
you,
the
Daniel,
open space.
that our voting public don't agree with you. Our voting public think that 14% think that Sabalenka is going to win, and 86% think that Rybakina is going to win.
Okay. But some of us might be voting with our hearts, not our head.
Yeah, very true. We may not be right.
Good first serve. Too good for Rybakina on this occasion. It brings up another game point for Sabalenka. A 2-game cushion is much more valuable and consolidates the break. So this is a big point, one she'll want to take. Sabalenka serving game point, first serve. Oh, if it just missed by a whisker. It was a great first serve, but it not for the first time. Misses the centre line by fractions.
That's what the lines are there for.
I'd like to see her go for another serve down the middle here, just to vary it up. But Rybakina will be expecting the backhand. This time she does go to the forehand, and this time, to Sabalenka's relief, Rybakina has missed her forehand by, again, very close, but it was just wide of the line. And Sabalenka does indeed have that 2-game cushion.
Yeah. I think I might be putting my penny on for making dinner. Without a change of ends, we go straight into the next game.
She will need to win her serve now, Rybakina. She can't afford to go 2 breaks of serve down. And
like
that's
an
a
ace,
good start to
was that an ace?
service game.
Yes,
it was.
They're very slow on the telling you.
Tennis instinct. Sabalenka was already moving to receive the second point, which told us that the serve had indeed landed, and the second point goes a similar way with an unreturnable first serve. Rybakina, when she lands her first serve, she wins 3/4 of the point. And so she'll be looking to do that as much as possible for the remainder of this set. And right on cue, she lands her third first serve and wins the point. That serve, just to give you an idea of speed, was 118 miles per hour, well above the average. That's really, really impressive. The fastest serves in the women's game ever are, well, apart from, just let this point unfold as Rybakina goes That was a very close call, and they've given it Rybakina. So she holds to love, and we're look at that. That had missed all of the line bar the last millimetre, so it counts as in, but it was all bar out. But she takes that game point, and she closes the gap to just 3-2, one break of serve behind. What was I saying? Sorry, I was mid.
I'm just texting with my middle son, who's been here for the weekend, and just gone back to London. He just said, "Oh, he had such a lovely time."
Dominant Rybakina's serve is when she gets her first serve in. Sorry, I was talking about her service speed. She just served a serve 118 miles an hour. So apart from one or two women going back over 10 years ago who've been recorded with a first serve of over 130 miles an hour, generally across all the sort of top 100 players over since the beginning of time, as it were, the top female serving speeds have been recorded in the high 120s. So the likes of the Williams sisters, Alicia Parks, who's a current player, they've served at 129 miles per hour more than once. But there we saw Rybakina serving within 10 miles an hour of that. So that's exceptionally quick, and the reason why her serve is so difficult to cope with. But she's got work to do here as they get up from their change of ends. Sabalenka will be serving, trying to maintain a 2-game cushion and take a 4-2 lead. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty where the title will be decided. The unofficial 5th major of the tour season. The title all the players want to win outside of the Grand Slams. As Sabalenka serves a good first serve, we're underway in this 6th game of the final set. Sabalenka outlasting Rybakina on that exchange, forehand to forehand, until Rybakina missed her latest forehand into the net. We played for 1 hour 42 minutes, so this match will be around the 2-hour mark, so both players will be fine with that. They've not had long matches for most of this 8 or 9 days, and they'll have plenty in the tank as Sabalenka finds another ace. That's her 7th ace of the match, and that ties them up at 7-all for aces. This time Sabalenka goes into the net. She's a bit on walkabout there. Losing her ball toss. It's important the players stable and balanced through the service motion, transferring the energy through the legs up into the delivery of the racket head. Full extension this time. Oh, my apologies to Rybakina fans. Rybakina netted. She didn't make the return, so we're at 40 love. So Rybakina needs to find a response, otherwise this set is going away from her racket as Sabalenka misses her backhand and goes long. We're at 40-15. So Sabalenka, if she can sustain this advantage and take the title, will be delighted, because this is not a title that she has won. As she nets quite an easy backhand there, and is starting to get irritated.
She lost concentration.
Her 40 love lead has dropped to 40-30. Yes, this is possibly her biggest weakness. She's can be fragile in with the mental side of the game. Let's see what she can do with this last game point chance. It's a good first serve, well back from Rybakina. I think she's gone long there with her forehand.
Rybakina's forehand.
No.
Oh, in.
It was just
On
in.
the line.
I was waiting for the call.
Juice.
Oh. It was so deep that Sabalenka mishit her forehand. And I thought she was waiting for the call, but it was actually, no, she mistimed the forehand. We're back to Juice. Serve goes long. Second serve.
Come on,
Rybakina's chance maybe
Laban. Jayo.
to
Vamos.
get the advantage in this game. Can she take advantage of the second serve? No, it's great second serve. To be fair to Sabalenka, surprise element went to the forehand rather than the backhand, which is their go-to serve. Mixed it up. Rybakina not expecting it and sent her forehand return long. Sabalenka doing much better on second serve in this set. She's winning 78% of her second serve points compared with 40-odd% in the first two sets, as she goes for a big first serve, another ace, takes the lead with aces and takes the lead in the set by that 2-game cushion, 4-2. Yes, Sabalenka reached the final last year, but she'll be really after this title. Rybakina winning in 2023, Iga Swiatek winning in 2024, Mira Andreeva winning last year. This is a title Sabalenka really wants, having lost in the final in 2023 and 2025 last year. This is hopefully third time lucky for her, as Rybakina starts this 7th game, trailing 2-4. All she can do is win her serve and hope she can find a break back before too much longer, as she serves an ace. I'm not sure they'll be aware of each other's number of aces, but it's as if they're trying to match each other ace for ace. 15 love. It's funny, you mentioned one ace and then two come along in quick succession.
Just like trains, buses.
Are you making notes on the recipe?
No, I'm not cooking yet.
Rybakina, 30 love. Going for a third ace and just missing. That would have been the third ace in a row, but it just missed the centre line as she serves her second serve. This time that's a good second serve. Good return. They're backhand to backhand. Sabalenka goes long. She'll be relieved so far. This is a very comfortable game. She'll be able to sit down. Rybakina at a change of ends, hopefully just one game behind, and put all her efforts into the next game after a rest. A nice, easy service game would be a perfect way to start that. And she thought she served. That was about as close as she could get to another ace. It could easily have been a game of aces, but she just missed down the centre line. But she doesn't miss her second serve, and that's easy as you like. A little drop shot from close to the net. Sabalenka does not want to, is not interested in retrieving that. Sabalenka, by virtue of one solitary break in this third set, is 4-3 ahead.
And Darth makes the comment on the chat. He says, Sabalenka, she's leading and she's still not happy. I feel that. And I think probably it's particularly pertinent to the Filipino fans amongst you, because you see Ayala play and you see Chen play, and the way they play is very mentally elegant. It's very stable. There's no ups and downs, which is much more like we find with Rybakina. But Sabalenka is the opposite, and I think your comment is absolutely right. Why is she not happy? But it's almost like a personality type. That's how I feel it's like. And so I tend to like the underdog. I also like the mentally stable person to win. That's when I'm supporting. I tend to do that.
Sabalenka's a classic. What they would say is she's a perfectionist. A lot of sporting professionals in any field of sport. Some of them, they show their dissatisfaction with a lack of perfection. But for me, it's a sort of, she's a bit more immature than maybe Rybakina. She doesn't need to show that. It doesn't do anything for her reputation.
It seems to be counterintuitive. If you're a perfectionist and you're showing your emotion and being doesn't do you good, then stop doing it. You know, that's how I feel about that. Perfectionist would be more calm. Here she goes. She's serving again. I feel like I'm commentating now. Can I do this one?
Will
Sabalenka's turned up.
Will Rybakina find her return game and really put the pressure on Sabalenka?
It does look hot.
Serving 4-3. Misses her first serve. You feel this is the game. Whoever wins this game, let's have a look. Good second serve. Rybakina goes long with her return. That's a disappointing start because she got every chance. She had a look at that second serve, but she just sent the forehand a few inches long, much to Sabalenka's relief. Second point, Sabalenka, good first serve, great return from Rybakina. She needs more of that as she takes the second point with an excellent forehand return. The one thing that this game would do from Rybakina's point of view is it would certainly make Sabalenka feel like the world's against her. Because there's no doubt in my mind that she'll be thinking, oh, not again, if Rybakina manages to break back.
Oh,
third point underway, and they're both playing some loopy, heavy topspin ground strokes. Now they're back into their normal ground strokes as Rybakina goes down the line. Was that in? Very close. It was. And I don't think she could even believe it. We were waiting for the call, but at one point, Rybakina was near the backboards of the court. Such was the length of Sabalenka's loopy forehand. But that last shot of the rally, she swung her forehand cross court, and it's caught the very edge of the line. But it's given her a great position in this game. She really needs to win. 15-30. Sabalenka misses her first serve. This is her second serve.
Misses it by an ocean.
Can Rybakina find the return? Now, is she going to move forwards or take this? Yes, she moves forward to take this second serve. She makes the return. Sabalenka misses it. And that's the advantage of taking the second serve early. It rushes the server. They're still getting their balance back, having served the momentum of their serve.
Sabalenka's talking to herself and talking to the player box and
get their balance back, having gone through the service motion, and her backhand was rushed. She nets her backhand, 2 break points. What a chance for Rybakina here. Good first serve. Sabalenka finds a good first serve, but she still had to make the second shot of the rally, and she does.
Very good one as well.
Missing the short return of Rybakina with a cross-court double-handed backhand for a clean winner. 1 break point saved, 1 more coming right up. Rybakina will be expecting the serve to her backhand. Will it go there? Yes, it does. She finds it.
Ace?
Unbelievable. That's a great serve.
The TV that we're watching here, I don't know about yours, is very slow to tell you if it was an ace. And so we're kind of a slightly, will that be an ace?
It was certainly the edge of the line, but all credit to Sabalenka. She found an ace to save that second break point. We're back to deuce. This time, the first serve does not help her out. It goes in the net. So all to play for. Second serve. What will Rybakina do with this return? This time, second serve goes to a forehand. Forehand down the line from Sabalenka. She's on top in this point. Goes cross court this time. Rybakina finds a double-handed backhand down the line. It misses her forehand. That was a poor miss. In the context of this game, that was a very makeable forehand, and she's netted her forehand, Rybakina. A game that could have gone to Rybakina is now on the cusp of going to Sabalenka. She has advantage in game point, and this point will give her a big advantage. Serving for 5-3, and she finds another ace, doing what Rybakina did to her in Australia. This time the boot's on the other foot. Sabalenka finding the big serves. And this time she leads 5-3 in the final set. The opposite to Rybakina in Australia, where Rybakina went 5-3 ahead. So,
okay, well, 69% of the crowds still think that you're making my dinner for me.
no,
I think I'm pretty much.
there's no more chances for Rybakina. She can't afford to lose another game. 3-5, serving from the far end. Great point. Great shot. Oh, what a point.
That was my rally of the match so far.
Well, it was
Lovely.
an excellent point. Great shots from both sides of the net, but Rybakina found the last forehand cross court, and Sabalenka nets. So a forced error to start this game. Yes, Rybakina needs to win the next 2 games to stay in this match. She can afford to lose a game if it gets to 5-all, but not over the next 2 games. And she's in no mood to lose this game as she finds her 9th ace, 115 miles an hour. These are really fast first serves, not just accurate, but very fast. There's 10 aces each now. Quite remarkable. 30 love. Serving. Finds the first serve, opens the whole court up. Sabalenka hanging in there, but she's not going to be able to cope with that forehand. Rybakina,
she's back
will
in
be
it.
wondering how this match has got to this point, because she's played the better tennis in parts, but the score isn't saying that at the moment.
Yet.
Her tennis, I feel, for large parts of this match has been slightly better, but it just shows you the tennis scoring system doesn't always reward the player if they don't take advantage of the big points. And clearly, Rybakina has not won enough big points, as Sabalenka hits an excellent second serve return to win the 4th point of this game. So, yes, you can win a lot of points in the first 2 or 3 points of a game, but that's not where the scoreboard changes for your benefit. You have to win the big points at the end of the games. And clearly in this set, Sabalenka has been playing those points slightly better, hence why she's got the lead. Rybakina will look back at this set.
Ace! Tell me that was an ace.
It was.
Tell me in a
another
minute.
Ace.
It still hasn't told us on the TV. What?
11 aces. She takes the lead on aces, but yes, the reason I say Rybakina will be disappointed with this match when she looks back at it is that the game she conceded on serve in this 3rd set, the game that is making the difference on the scoreboard, was a game she started well. She was 40 love up, and unfortunately, from her point of view, Sabalenka broke her serve, even though she was 40 love up. Right at the start of the 3rd set, Sabalenka managed to win that game by winning 5 points on the trot and took that game to juice and ultimately won it. So if you're in Rybakina's camp coaching team, you'll be very much looking at the back end of some of these games, because her best tennis has been found wanting. She's not been able to find it on the big points. And we've just seen that in those last 2 games. When Sabalenka was serving, she had 2 break points, but she couldn't find her best tennis. And Sabalenka managed to get out of that game, hold serve, and although Rybakina has just held her serve really well, Sabalenka is sat down now, thinking about how she can serve out this match and win this elusive title that she's failed to win twice before, having reached the final. But is she going to do what she said she would do in the promise, which is she was done with losing in finals, and this was a final that she was going to win? Well, here's her chance as they both come out onto court. Sometimes the hardest game to win, the game to win the title. Aryna Sabalenka serving from the far end. Sun is into her eyes. She's serving for the championship, 5-4. Rybakina will need to make her play as many balls as possible. Sabalenka will be hoping for first serves as she lands her first serve, but Rybakina does exactly that. She makes a return. Another good forehand. On top in this point, cross-court forehand. Goes back behind Sabalenka. Great start. Rybakina doing exactly what you have to do. No mistake tennis. She made the return from her first serve, and from that point in the rally, she dominated and coolly put the last forehand back behind Sabalenka. Love 50 in this crucial game. Sabalenka misses her first serve. This is a totally different game now. She's behind. Rybakina has to make her think.
Laban.
Negative thought. She has to make her think, I can't believe this is happening again. That kind of thought.
Not very difficult.
Second serve. Rybakina, great return.
Yes!
Sabalenka nets. Now,
Chayo!
can Rybakina manage to play some decent, solid, good tennis at the back end of this game? Yet again, she's got a really strong start to a service game. She's in a good position. She now needs to convert this good start. Love 30. Sabalenka serving. Nets her first serve. Really, really trying not to let her emotions get the better of her. She serves his second serve. Finds a second serve. Another good return from Rybakina. This time Sabalenka finds a good forehand. She'll be really pleased. That was a big point from her point of view. She gets a footing into this game. She's missed a few first serves. But that time, Rybakina's return was a little bit safe. She made her play it, but Sabalenka was inside the baseline and sent her forehand for a winner. 15-30. Good first serve. No, just misses.
Looked in, didn't
Another look at a second serve. What can Rybakina do? She'll be looking to play her backhand. Will she take on the down the line shot? No, she goes cross court. That's a safer play. Ooh. But it's a good enough play because Sabalenka, slightly desperate, went for the down the line shot and went long.
Yeah, very sad face.
Rybakina fans, you're back in this. She's got two chances.
I've been in it all along.
To go 5-all. Can she convert this time? Can she find her tennis now? She needs to. Sabalenka serving. It's a good first serve. Rybakina finds a good return. Point going backhand to backhand. Another good deep shot. Rybakina coming forward. Drop shot. Oh, it's a lob. Smash. Winner. Yes! Rybakina. Oh! If you're a Rybakina fan, you will be out of your seat. That was an exciting break point. She's had a few, but this time, as if she's listening to me, Katie.
Me, Mr. Welding.
Found her best tennis. I know I said Sabalenka. It was her turn to win, but Rybakina has played some really good tennis. She found it there.
Well, our initial, at the beginning of the opening game, we did a poll and 71% of you said that Sabalenka would win. And we are now at 63% of you think that Sabalenka is going to lose. So
now both players have very little time left in this match. 5 games all. Who's going to take it? As Rybakina mustn't ease up. Having done the hard bit, she has to stay focused and put exactly the same effort into winning this 11th game. First point underway, and they're both into this rally. No one giving an inch. Unbelievable.
Hit the net.
It's all going Rybakina's way now.
Jumped over the
A
net.
lucky
dropped.
let cord off one of probably about the 9th, 10th shot of the rally. Rybakina crashes the top of the net. But from her point of view, the hands went up. I'm really sorry, as they always
Sorry,
say.
not sorry.
The ball dying the other side of the net. Nothing Sabalenka could do. First point to Rybakina. 5 games all. Final set. Great first serve. Sabalenka just gets it back. How close was that? That's a close call. That suggests it was just missing. I'm thinking that was out. It was just out.
Oh.
There was no one waiting for that shot. Sabalenka had gone the other way, but by the closest of margins, Rybakina's just missed. So she'll be slightly disappointed because that was on her racket. But you can't ponder over that. On to the next point. 15 all. Good first serve. Rybakina, good return. Another net call, but this time it sits up for Sabalenka. Thank you very much, says Sabalenka. And as if the tennis gods are helping her out, evening up the game, there was a net call that didn't help Rybakina. It went higher off the tape and landed mid-court, and that was like a forehand smash. Easy put away for Sabalenka.
Wow. Darling, the room is fuller than it's ever been.
It's exciting.
Here we are.
Exciting. We've waited 2 hours, as the match is over 2 hours long now, but this is where the edge of the seat tennis is happening. 15:30. Rybakina finds a great first serve, but a great return, but another fantastic response from Rybakina's racket, forehand down the line. When these two played in the Australian Open final, both players hit more winners than unforced errors. That was the quality of tennis. You look at the winners to unforced errors ratio of any WTA match, and very few players at the highest level in the top 50 have ratios with a positive winners ratio. But these two are at it again in this set, as Sabalenka unleashes a double-handed backhand down the line.
Very close.
A brilliant shot.
The crowd are loving
Both
it.
playing fantastic tennis now. It reminds me of the Pegula-Sabalenka semi-final in the US Open, where both players played brilliant tennis, and Sabalenka found winners from nowhere to edge that match. Is she doing the same here? This is a break point chance to get another chance at serving for the title. Rybakina misses her first serve. What can she do with this second serve? Will she need to play a return? What will Rybakina do? She goes for the big kick serve to the backhand. And Sabalenka misses. She knew where it was coming, and she's missed the cross-court backhand.
Because if she'd hit it, the court was wide open. Rybakina had ran off the other side of it.
So, as in any individual sport, when the pressure's on, players will go to their serve that they rely on. And Sabalenka knew it was
not
coming.
A point between the 1,
but she pulled
5,
it wide.
40.
She'll be disappointed. It's back to juice. Sabalenka will be disappointed, but she has to get on with the next point. It's underway. Rybakina with a good forehand down the line. Now on the backhand, cross court to cross court. Rybakina, I'm not sure that was the play. She tried for a worldy double-handed backhand down the line, but she was outside the baseline. Taking that shot on from that position was a high-risk play, and it didn't pay off. Sabalenka gets another break point. She really wants this. Fist clenched on her left hand, saying, "This is my chance. I'm taking it this time." Will she? First serve from Rybakina is a good one. No, it isn't.
No.
Apologies.
Close call.
Very close. Body language suggested it was in. She moved forward, but it was just long. So she has to attempt to win this point with another second serve backhand. Second serve. She goes to the Sabalenka backhand. Sabalenka misses it again. Well, it's not often you get 3 chances. And break points back to The break point has got nervous. It won't disappear. Look, this
Sorry about this break point.
it's got stuck.
We're doing this new software with this.
It's
with
juice.
the
It isn't break point at the moment. It's juice. Rybakina goes long with her first
we'll fix
serve.
it by the next match. Sorry about that. I'll just keep my finger.
Well, it blows hot and cold. It's worked fine for most of this set.
It has.
Second serve, Rybakina makes a second serve. Sabalenka with a good, powerful forehand. They're both hitting good forehands. And this time, one more forehand from Sabalenka is enough to earn her a third break point. Will it be third time lucky? It's third time lucky in so many respects for Sabalenka. The third Indian Wells final she's been in, yet to win the title. The third break point.
Peeking around the corner. We just saw.
Everyone's watching this. These two are great for the women's game.
I'm surprised Navratilova hasn't got a seat.
Rybakina, first serve, misses.
Quite a far off miss.
Slight difference, as I've already said, at the end of these games. She's got to find her best serve. She's missing them at the moment. Second serve goes to the Sabalenka forehand. That was an excellent play.
Out of court.
The reason it was an excellent play was it was 103 miles an hour second serve. That's a powerful second serve by anyone's standard. And she changed the direction. Sabalenka waiting for the backhand. She's had two backhand returns, missed them both. This time it went to her forehand, caught by surprise, and she pulled it wide. Well, I don't know whether this is going to a deciding set tiebreak, but it could do. 5-all juice. Great first serve. Can she follow it up with a forehand? No, she can't. Oh. It has been a series of break points. Another one coming up. That was a chance. That was on Rybakina's racket, and she just overhit. Went about 6 to 12 inches long on the forehand after a weak return from Sabalenka. Never mind, she has to move on. Can Sabalenka take this fourth break point as Rybakina serves? Finds her first serve. Good return from Sabalenka. Great shot from Rybakina. Wow. Unbelievable.
Juice again.
Wow, the longest game of the match at the most crucial time of the match. Rybakina serving first serves over 110 miles an hour, finds another one, but this time Rybakina has found the return. Rybakina just can't get a game point here. This is 5 break points now, all on the advantage court. We've gone 30-40, then advantage, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but now 4th time. The 4th advantage point for Sabalenka, her 5th break point in total. She's yet to really get a look at one of these break points. Can she do so this time? Great first serve. Too good. No, she can't. Rybakina will not give this game up lightly.
No, she will not.
Juice.
And nor should she.
She
wants to sue long.
Younger players who are being inspired by these two to win at the highest level now, it takes an incredible amount of
was that an ace? Yes.
Guts and determination.
Fantastic
117 mile an hour ace. Rybakina finally getting a game point after serving her 12th ace. As a percentage of points won on serve, Rybakina is hitting over 10% aces. It's quite incredible. Advantage Rybakina. Good first serve, good return. Another good forehand from Rybakina, but goes long, over, hits her forehand. Wow. Well,
so back to juice.
This game is so long, our break points popping up and down has finally corrected itself.
We're going to have to, between now and the next match, we're going to have to...
You've just got to have that mindset of just clearing, wiping your mind clear and just playing the point ahead of you. There's nothing you can do about the past. Juice, 5-all juice, Rybakina.
Quite a long way out of the tee.
Misses.
Just misses.
Well, a few inches, but it looked good. Second serve. Great second serve. Sabalenka's done well to get that back, but you can tell from Katie's reaction that Rybakina has responded with a winner down the line. There's no doubt that both players are hitting more winners than unforced errors. The odd error that's coming is mainly forced.
And the seats now in the stadium are much
and
fuller.
as if the graphic has listened to me, Rybakina's 21st winner. 21st winner. Unbelievable. Gives a game point. Great serve. Surely she wins this game, and she does put the forehand away. Wow. I need a little comfort break. I'll leave you with Katie.
Hello, people. You're leaving the baby with me. Poor old you. They're changing ends. They're going to sit down. The lovely ball kids have got umbrellas to keep the shade on them. Whilst they try and cool down, they put ice wrapped in a towel on their heads. Well, that's what Rybakina's doing. Sabalenka, her coaches are saying, oh no, Rybakina's coaches are saying, eat something, eat something. I think it's very hot out there. I think possibly the crowds who don't know it are turning up for the men's finals now because it's nearly on. And then they're getting an extra treat because they might not have realised how much fun the women's is. And so here they are. They're all coming in. She's having a good drink. It's probably got electrolytes in it. Electrolytes are sort of minerals and nutrients which help your body recover and go into your spinal cord and give you health without any weight and calories or anything to stop you running around. So she's having a good old drink as well, probably something with some energy in it. And now back to water. So lots of liquids. She's having lots of liquids. And we can't see. Oh, now Sabalenka is, oh, look, Mr. Welding is now saying all the way, Rybakina, which you have said all along. You've been thoroughly loyal all the way.
So we've all had a break, including the two players. Sabalenka now probably can't believe it, but she's serving to stay in the match and take this to a tiebreak. Has to hold serve here. Rybakina, one game away from victory. Sabalenka serving 5-6. Goes long with her first serve. Can Rybakina find the same level as she did 2 games ago to break back? If she does, Sabalenka's got it all to do. Second serve is good. Rybakina goes for a big forehand cross-court return, but pulls it wide. First point to Sabalenka. Often, whoever wins the first point of a game, it sets the tone, especially at the back end of sets when the pressure is at its most intense. I expect Sabalenka now to push on in this game, having won that first point. A good first serve, and she duly puts away that weak return to take a 30-love lead. We're heading for an edge of the seat tiebreak to decide this title.
We'll at least test the software. We'll see whether our tiebreak software
Yeah, we
works.
needed to do a tiebreak.
We did. We tried one earlier and there wasn't anyone in the room.
30-love. Has Rybakina got anything left in this game? Or is she going to settle for the tiebreak? She might have to.
Ace.
She might have to.
No, not an ace.
Another great looking first serve, but it was just wide. 30-love still, second serve. Feeling confident, she goes for a big second serve, pulls it off, but Rybakina's still in a rally. It goes wide.
Okay. Gosh, we are going to have a tie break probably.
So I suppose there's time for one more poll.
One more poll? What poll are you going to do?
Shall we have what will be the tie break score?
Well, let's wait until there is a tie break for that.
Well, you could,
but at the moment,
you could set it up because it's 40-love. Sabalenka serving to take this match into a tiebreak. 3 chances to do so. Misses the first serve.
Misses close, but missed.
Now, this is really interesting if it goes to a tiebreak because Sabalenka is virtually, and I say virtually, invincible when it comes to tie breaks.
That serve was amazing.
What a second serve. Right on cue, we have a tie break.
Okay, I'm going to do the poll.
Now, here are some unbelievable stats. For those that you follow the tie-break stats of Sabalenka, she is almost unbeatable. She's only lost one tie-break out of the last 24, and that was at the WTA finals in Riyadh indoor, and that was to Rybakina. That's the only tie-break she lost, and she lost it 7-0. So we're playing a shootout tiebreak for the title in Indian Wells as Rybakina serves the first point of this tiebreak. It's a good serve, caught the edge of the line, and that gives Rybakina the first point. And now our scoreboard is working. We're seeing 1-0.
The first time, people, you saw it here first.
For those totally new to tennis, unless it's a Grand Slam, which this isn't, then this tiebreak is decided by the first to 7 points. You have to be 2 points clear. So if it did get to 6 points all, then you'd have to win the tiebreak by being 2 points clear. But other than that, it's first to 7. As Sabalenka trying to keep her incredible tiebreak record going. But she will know better than anyone that the only tiebreak she's lost in the last 15 months was to Rybakina. And this is the opponent at the other end of the court. Quite remarkable. But Rybakina will be disappointed. She had a chance with that second serve. And she misses. Is that...
That's my...
Oh, that's yours, is it?
I can't do a poll, people, because in the way this software is working, the answer is yes or no. And so you can't put the results in.
Well, Katie's put her prediction in. I think Sabalenka is going to take this tiebreak 7-4. 1 point all as it stands. Sabalenka serving.
I think she's going to lose it 3-7.
Misses her first serve. This is a second serve. She's trying to stay totally focused on the point at hand. It's all you can do is play the current shot, and she'll be grateful for another misreturn from Rybakina.
It was a very close miss.
Rybakina needs to find her level again. She needs to put pressure on Sabalenka. While the scoreboard is in Sabalenka's favour, I suspect she'll only play good or better tennis. It's when the scoreboard is looking a bit less favourable that she starts to make errors, and Rybakina has helped her cause there with a great first serve, a great forehand, and that takes this 4th point. We're back all square, 2 points all.
It's all to win.
Now, after 6 points, they change ends in the tiebreak, and there's a massive difference between 3-all or 4-2. Whoever leaves 4-2 has a massive advantage. So one of these players will be really keen to get ahead. Rybakina's got the first chance, serving at 2-all. Good forehand, good defensive play from Sabalenka.
Yes!
Great backhand cross-court winner from Rybakina. She's going to have the chance to get that extra point ahead at the changeover of ends here. Can she go 4-2 up, or will Sabalenka level it up again?
Honestly, I haven't mentioned it for a little while, so I'm going to mention it. She has a bright red tennis racket and matching bright red scarlet shoes. And the kit is, you don't even notice it because the racket and the shoes are great.
Sabalenka serving, crucial point, 2-3, first serve. Hits the net and goes long. Now there's pressure on.
You see her mentality. She doesn't like she's talking to herself.
She knows she should go for the forehand a little bit, but I think she'll go to the backhand, gritting her teeth. Does go for the backhand. Rybakina gets the return in. Now they're trading ground strokes. Cross-court forehand. Cross-court forehand reply down the line. Winner from Sabalenka.
Surprised Rybakina didn't really go for that. She just sort of watched it.
It was a good shot from Sabalenka.
It was.
She takes a deep breath in.
Okay, Darth, you and me.
This is a much more important match for Sabalenka. if she doesn't come through this tiebreak, I think she will really need picking up. I think she spent close to 5 weeks after the Australian Open final taking stock, recuperating, having a break away from the game,
Getting engaged.
missed out on the Middle East swing.
Getting engaged.
She did get engaged, but she didn't know that was coming.
She might have.
But she's been preparing for today. If today doesn't work out and Rybakina takes this, then I think this is gonna be
I think
very difficult for her to come back from.
Rybakina is a lot hotter. I think she's struggling with the heat. Her face is red.
Serving 3-all. They've changed ends. Sabalenka now serving from the far end.
Ooh, miles out.
That's near.
A foot out.
That was in the other service box. It's miles out.
Darth and I both think it's going to be 3-7, which means that Rybakina has to get this point for us to be correct.
Sabalenka second serve. It's a good second serve. Rybakina, good return. Cross-court forehand to cross-court forehand. Great forehand from Rybakina. She's got the chance. Goes back to the forehand, though. Sabalenka misses open court and is disgusted.
Thrown her racket on the floor.
Drops the racket. Not really a throw, but she's disgusted with that. She did have a chance to pass Rybakina. Rybakina came to the net, but put the forehand back towards Sabalenka, who waited for the first time in the match for the back behind wrong footing shot. She predicted it was coming back to behind her. She stayed there, but she couldn't make the forehand. Unbelievably, Rybakina has the mini break and now serves 4-3.
It's not unbelievable, it's real.
Great first serve, just misses. I thought it was in, but you can tell it's missed because Sabalenka stayed there to return the second serve. Second serve. She'll want to come straight back this point. She needs to. She finds a good return, a good response from Rybakina. Sabalenka goes long. I tell you what, folks. Sabalenka never loses tie breaks unless it's Elena Rybakina at the other end of the net. And here we go. 5-3 to Rybakina. Katie grinning from ear to ear because she's close to pulling off not just the win, but the correct score.
And that I wrote it down, and so did Darth.
Rybakina, she needs one more good first serve for 3 match points. She finds a good first serve. But Sabalenka gets it back and Rybakina goes long. Disappointment for the first time. Rybakina. I don't like that. I don't like that.
What's that?
Sabalenka. Anyway, I'll move on. But we're back on serve. Sabalenka gets the break back
5-4. Sorry about that, Darth.
Sabalenka now serving 4-5. Wow, this is edge of the seat stuff. Sabalenka, first serve. She makes it. Rybakina hits the net, not for the first time. Point still going on, both at the back of the court. But Rybakina
quite a long way out.
Sends a backhand way out of court. 5-all.
The room is getting fuller the more points we
just
play.
At the wrong time. Rybakina has actually played 2 poor ground strokes. First, her forehand went slightly long. That was less excusable than the last point.
Tired, honey, aren't you?
5-all. Sabalenka. First serve. Good first serve. Great return. Sabalenka blocks it back. Another good. Whoever wins this point gets a match point. And you can tell which way. You can tell which way it's gone because
Sabalenka. Bye-bye.
We have the first match point. Not only that, it's on Rybakina's serve. She's got match point and it's on her serve. Can she do what she did in Australia, which is win the match with a great first serve, if not ace?
22-22.
In the Australian Open, she went wide to the backhand, hit an unreturnable first serve. Will she go down the middle or down the backhand side and repeat that victory? Unbelievable. She goes to the backhand. Sabalenka is waiting for it. Cross-court backhands. Oh, what a shot from Sabalenka. Unbelievable. Rybakina played the point identically. She hit the first serve. She hit her spot. Sabalenka was waiting for it. They both crushed backhands. Once one way, then the other, and then Sabalenka, as is her trademark in tie breaks, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and she hit the best backhand of the match at the most important time to save the match point.
That was a
We're
long way of
at
saying 6-all.
6-all.
Oh, and our tie-break thingy has disappeared. Oh, well done.
I have to swap tie-break for match point now, alternate, because it's always going to be match point. Every other point could be match point now.
Oh.
But which way? Sabalenka saving the match point.
Glad you're having to deal with some software, same as I am. Excellent.
Now Rybakina has the sun in her eyes. They've swapped ends again, every 6 points. Swapped ends, 6-all, Rybakina. Great first serve. Sabalenka gets it back. Rybakina at the net, not a favourite place, and it showed there.
It was long.
I don't know what the coaches do with these players. It's really her only significant weakness. She was in position to win. If that had been a volley back in Martina Navratilova's day, she would have punched that volley away for a winner, but Rybakina punched it long. Sabalenka, unbelievably, a match she could well have lost. She's going to take this point and take the title and win the match in the most unlikely way. Big first serve. It goes out.
Oh!
Sabalenka has saved her season with that win. That is a remarkable win. She needed that. She's only here now for the titles. Rybakina will be disappointed.
Oh.
It was a great match. I'm sure they'll hug each other. They do at the net. What a match.
And it looks like a real hug. It does. Sabalenka's thrilled.
Talk about the season. That sounds very exaggerated, that statement, but Sabalenka really needed that match. Her celebration tells me that exactly. She desperately needed a win over Rybakina. That was such an important double-handed backhand. If you haven't seen it, watch it on highlights wherever you can. Rybakina serving for the match, 6-5 up in the tiebreak, did everything right, and Sabalenka plays a double-handed backhand cross-court winner that deservedly won her the match. That one shot. Wow, what a match. Unbelievable.
Can you find the post-match interview to play for us?
I can
This
try.
Involves switching to a different piece of software.
It may or may not be available.
We can't show it to you, but we
We'll
might
see
be
if
able
it's
to hear
available.
it if we're lucky.
Sorry, I have to
see.
give Sabalenka the point.
Oh,
There
yeah,
you go.
you have. Well done. Well done. Well, that was... I don't even know how to get rid of this. Or leave it there. Somebody might turn up and see it. And, well, amazing game. Amazing game. Really gave us a roller coaster, which is what you want, isn't it? And the whole of Indian Wells. The reason that Dan and I do WTA women's tennis, not men's tennis, is because we think people who do tennis tend to do men's tennis. But actually, the women are just more exciting. Different people win. The games go closer. It's never it is sometimes you get the odd walkover, don't you? But it's more exciting. And that game was a great example of that. That it could have gone either way. And there we were all cheering all over the world. And as you are all over the world. And thank you so much for all coming and subscribing to our channel and liking all of our videos. You are really, we just adore the way you are so supportive of our tennis community. It's very kind of you.
It was a great match to be involved in.
It was.
2.5 hours. And we saw every aspect of those two. Top of the game in the women's game. They had some great tennis and they had some, a mixed bag. But when it got to the crunch point, both players were really trying everything they could and produced some great tennis at the same time.
And great that they got, Australian Open, same final, different result. This one, same final, different result. But it's not always, by any means, is it? The WTA is not always the same two players in the final, which is really makes for such an exciting game to watch.
Yeah, I haven't got the interview, I'm afraid.
We can't get the interview. But you will be able to get it wherever you get your highlights from. I don't know, head over to Twitter or something, and you'll be able to find it. Any advice to them as to where they might find it?
I think if you watch, if you look on social media, Instagram or X or Facebook, you'll see the interview within 10 minutes. I'm just having a look to see if the Miami draw is out yet, because that's due out any minute. But they've had some bad weather. It's the first day of qualifying there.
What's that update?
And all qualifying matches and practices have been cancelled.
Wow.
So we've been focused on Indian Wells the last 3 hours, but just looking now, everything's going to be pushed back a day.
But
all qualifying matches and practices have been cancelled. I don't know about the draw. Play's going to begin tomorrow at 10 a.m. their time. It's 3 p.m. in the UK, so that's probably late evening for those of you in the Philippines. But
I'm just bringing up the weather for Miami.
We will do an update tomorrow all about the draw. We will look at Alex Ayala's path. While we're on and just finishing tonight, it's worth bearing in mind, because she's seeded 32 in Miami, Alex Ayala is bound to play one of the top 8 players in the draw in round 3 if she wins one match. Last week in Indian Wells, she was drawn with Coco Gauff. She could be drawn in Arina Sabalenka's section, Elena Rybakina's section, just as easily as Coco Gauff's, but she will bound to be in a section with one of the top 8 seeds, which means in round 3, that would be a very exciting match.
So please come watch it. We will definitely be doing that one live.
We're all waiting the draw very excitedly, because we'll know who that big name player might be.
I'm just looking at the weather for you in Miami.
Favourite surface in Miami, her best result last season. They're fast conditions. The speed of court is significantly faster than Indian Wells, even though it's on a hard court. The ball goes through the court a lot quicker. There's a surface speed rating that's done on the tour across all the venues, and the average speed rating is based on 1, and the number bigger than 1 means it's quicker, and the number less than 1 means it's slower. Indian Wells is rated as 0.73, so a lot slower than average, and Miami is rated at 1.18. So where 1.0 is the average speed, Miami a lot quicker, Indian Wells a lot slower. So that variation between 0.73 and 1.18, that's 0.45 is a big variation. It's a much quicker surface. It'll suit Alex Ayala, especially her return game. It will help her serve, and so we're very excited.
We are. I'm excited just for the draw, just to see how that's going to do it, which I think is in an hour or so.
Yeah,
probably whilst we're having our dinner.
If you're looking for the right section, you'd say Jasmine Paolini.
The same section as Jasmine Paolini.
Jasmine Paolini seeded 7. That would be the section, because Jasmine Paolini would not like fast court conditions, and of course Alex beat her in the Middle East swing. So Alex has already got a victory over Paolini.
For the tennis numpties, let me explain what that means. That means that there are, in the draw, there are 4 different threads.
Well, when we get to the seeded players playing, there are 64 players left in the draw. So, so that's 32 sections. What
you want is her to be drawn in the same section, Dan is saying, as Jasmine Paolini, because in that, if she is, then it's Jasmine Paolini she has to face, which is an easier match for Alex Ayala than, for example, the first big top player that she faces is Sabalenka. That's going to be harder for her. That's what Dan means by facing Paolini. I'm sure some of you understand that. But we do try to be the channel who helps people who love their tennis and people who just love Ayala and want to learn a little bit about tennis, or just love their own particular person And I'm just also doing for the tennis numpties, just for the basics, I'm just going to tell you about the weather, because I think inclement weather in Miami, it's quite an extremes place, Florida. And so it is 100% rain, lightning, thunderstorms today and tomorrow. That's Sunday and Monday, and 90% on Tuesday, and 90% on Wednesday, and 85% on Thursday. It is a shocking week of rain in Miami, and looks to me like, in terms of the forecast I'm seeing, the first half decent day is Friday. That'll make a difference to the players, won't it?
Yeah, still no sign of the actual draw, but
Okay.
I'm reading that it is going to be released today. But of course, we are a few hours ahead. I think we're 5 hours ahead.
I read it was going to be 9 p.m. here.
3:49 p.m. I would expect the draw out in probably
11 minutes.
You think 11 minutes? I think possibly maybe an hour or two away.
But my wagering is over. I lost. I'm going to go make dinner. I'm going to leave you with Dan.
Oh, this is true. I forgot about that. It was so close. I forgot who won. But Sabalenka just really pipping Rybakina by the end. But yes, Alex Ayala fans, we probably would want to avoid those two. I would want to avoid Amanda Anisimova. Coco Gauff, we would be quite happy to play again. Jasmine Paolini, I'd want to avoid Jessica Pegula. And Elena Svitolina, I think it will be the number 8 seed. I think, or possibly Mira Andreeva. But I think probably Svitolina is now going to have gone above Andreeva. So that could be the other option. But yes, Paolini, Gauff, or Svitolina would be the right sections for Alex fans. Katie's going off now to cook the meal, and I am going to sit here if you've got any more questions. Otherwise, I'll be going off at my dinner, and I expect you'll all be going to rest up, because that was a very, very exhausting match. But there'll be lots of players watching that match, because they are the benchmark. If you're a professional female tennis player, that's the benchmark. That's the level you have to be able to play at to compete for these top titles. It's a lot to do with the weapons you have, the big weapons. What shots are you going to win points with? And I'm going to round off for the last few of you who are still with me some of the match stats, and we would talk about the serve first. So it's something I've mentioned about first serve percentage. Your first serve, you really have to take advantage of your first serve, and we've just watched two players who've got immense first serves. They were both winning over 60% on their first serve. So Sabalenka, by the end of the match, won 66% of her first serve points. Rybakina, only 63%. In terms of winning points on their second serve, Rybakina was winning 73%. That's a remarkable stat on second serve. Sabalenka winning 60% on her second serve. In terms of aces to double faults, remember last week in the first match for Alex, she played Yastremska. Yastremska served lots of aces, but she also served 15 double faults. I think she served something like six aces, 15 double faults, the ratio -9. Today, these two, 10 and 12 aces, 22 aces between them, but only 3 and 2 double faults. So a massive advantage there. We've seen Coco Gauff hitting 10 to 12 double faults, if not 15 in some matches. Here, these two are hitting 10 to 12 aces. So on all those service points, they're both winning lots of free points. It makes a big difference. It takes the pressure off. So although they were a bit hot and cold, they hit quite a few errors. They hit more winners, and that's such a key stat as well. So after the serve, really take note of the winners to unforced errors ratio. It's no good hitting aces and winners. They count for very little if you're hitting more double faults and unforced errors. And today, the best in the game, that ratio is much closer to being even, if not more winners than errors. So we have a very quick turnaround for those two players. They will have lots of media commitments, especially Aryna Sabalenka. She will spend the rest of today celebrating and doing her media commitments, and then they will head off tomorrow to Miami. That she will have 3 or 4 days to acclimatize. So she will probably have at least 2 days off, and then by Wednesday next week, she will get onto the courts, practice in preparation for her first match, which is likely to be Friday. So she'll have nearly a week off by the time she actually plays her second round match, her first match, but the second round in the draw as the top seed in Miami. And she will be the defending champion. So she will be flying high as she tries to defend her title in Miami. Elena Rybakina will be disappointed. She'll know she had a chance today, played really well for spells, and you could tell she was disappointed. She is now expecting to win these big matches, so that's a really good sign for Rybakina fans, because she has been inconsistent in her previous seasons. But as I said, the last 6 months, she's starting to become very consistent like Sabalenka and get to the back end of all these big events. So it'd be interesting if she can back it up in Miami, because in the Middle East, she struggled after the Australian Open and she lost and found it difficult to reach the same level. So it's been great to be with you today. We're going to go and enjoy our evening meal, and I look forward to being live with Katie for possibly Janice Chen's first round match in Miami. That's one we expect to cover. Janice Chen from Indonesia, ranked 39 in the world, won't have a seeded slot, so she will be playing the first round. So that, I think, will be our first live match in Miami. And then very excited to cover Alex's first match, which will be the second round, possibly on Wednesday. Now they've had some bad weather, it might get pushed back to Thursday, but I suspect it will be probably Thursday. I'm kind of guessing now because we haven't heard how they're going to reschedule things, but she will probably play Thursday, and the weekend, if she wins, will be her big third round match. So we look forward to Alex's watch along. We will do that, both of us.
Why don't we take them into the other room with us? Because
Katie's going to show you some cooking, actually.
no, this laptop is actually cooking is already done.
Okay, lovely.
So dinner's ready. Now you really don't want to sit and watch us having dinner, I'm sure. So we're just going to leave you here with the score right there, and I'm going to. Okay, and we're back here, and there's still 17 of you there, and we're just going to we're going to have our dinner, and